hear that? Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Nah, bro. Hey, so I heard we allow a bunch of pervs that watch our channel. So we decided to bring flops on today. So I guess I'm ready for that.
Pervs.
Pervs. Y'all are pervs.
This is art.
This is not art. You didn't even start it, Pete.
I know, because we weren't ready yet. Now we are.
We're ready. All right. Hey, what's going on? Hey, a little different. Obviously, you heard we brought on flops. So we are going to, that was a special guest everybody's trying to guess. They guessed a lot of wrong people, but we've got now some other people that we should probably reach out to. But I will tell you, it's already fun. I think we're going to mesh well with him because his first question is, can we swear? Which, you know, I mean, like, yeah, give us 10 seconds. I'm the worst offender of it. So that'll work out. Yes, and we're going to change around the way we do the show this time. He actually was gracious enough to come on, and it is what, 1 o'clock over there?
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And he had to download a different browser because us America, our browsers don't work well over there, apparently. So we had to change that one around too. So bear with us with that. But we're going to start off with him, do a little chit chat, go over some of the books that he has he's created before, some of the great stuff. I've got some personal things I want to talk to him about because I saw some of his IG posts. I got duped by one of them, but I like it. I was trying to look what book it was in from, and I have a suggestion for him later. So we'll get into that. But let's say hi to some of the folks that are in the chat. I know we're an hour earlier than normal. So to all those people that are going to watch us and say, why did we miss the intro? Well, you didn't look at the time.
Yeah, we gave him a heads up.
Did we?
We did.
I don't look at the
Give him
internet,
plenty of warning.
JTK Comics, hi, thumbs up. What's up, GTK Comics? Hi, thumbs up. Terry, hey all. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Joe, probably one of the, there's two people that we know of that just pound, that have large flops collections. Joe is probably right up there with James Crowder on this one. So, and yeah, speak of the devil. What's going on, Stephen Wolf Comics? Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. That's probably Astro too. So, hey, Astro. Ed LeBeau. James, big surprise.
There's James.
Stuck late at work, so I'll be listening in the car. Ask good questions for me. Sure, James, we will. Feel free to add any in if you'd like. Sorry, we'll try to keep it on as long as we can. Bar Lord. Hey, everyone. Hey, Bar Lord. Hey, Joe. Oh, my God. I saw that thing. That is ridiculous today, Terry. I'm not even going to put that up there. I don't understand, and I'm not going to say
that. The huge cherry. I missed the huge cherry.
Dude, that cherry might have an apple, though, if you know what I mean. Good evening, Ryan the Gray. Good evening. Appreciate the heads up, Pete. Oh, see, he got it.
Yeah.
What do we got? 2 Rams bashing helmets together? It's kind of cool. I like it. All right, cool. All right, cool. So, did Pete start early to avoid?
No, he's sitting right there.
How does that make any sense?
EK, I don't even understand.
What are you even saying?
Dude, go ask your mom to give you a Flintstone vitamin. Take that, get a little yoo-hoo, calm down for a minute, come back, try again. Okay? Thank you very much.
That's just between BK and Marco. Flop.
Yeah, don't worry about
treat
it.
everybody like that. Yeah, just BK.
That's all right. All right. So flops, what do we got? You got the Kanto cover, and that heated up pretty well.
All right, we'll get to that. We'll get started. Let me run my little intro thing for this.
Okay,
I still have one. Yeah, I think I made this when we had Spears on, so I got this intro. Then we'll run with it. See?
Thank you.
Fancy.
I didn't watch that. I was looking. I just know that you're off on your cues today, Pete, already. It might be because
all right. Well, we're running off time. I had a long day at work.
That's okay. Things. Nobody cares.
But as you guys can see, we do have flops here. So that will be our creator spotlight for this week. Whether you guys know his art or not.
Wait, hold on. Did you wait? Is that picture supposed to be of you?
No.
Okay,
no, just the one that from the little IG.
If only.
First question already off to a good start.
Clark Kent picture. All right, so starting with this, I first came across your art, I think, with that Rogue Gallery book. I think a lot of people.
I think that's where everybody came across with it.
I remember finding these in Baltimore at Baltimore Comic Con at the Third Eye, boxes. They had them in their $5 variant boxes at one time. Now they're much harder to find, but a few years ago, you could dig them out.
Yeah, I think that was a case of it might have underperformed when it was on the shelf, so they ended up with a lot to get rid of in a small amount of time, and then it got broken out that it was going to be a TV show down the line.
Yeah.
So people started jumping on it.
That's right. The option news drives a lot of interest these days in the comic market.
Dude, how does that feel though? Like you start off and you know that like, okay, the cover's not doing great, but all of a sudden it's like the dream, right? You get something optioned, and the minute you get it optioned, like game over. Because if somebody sneezes at options don't even mean that much, really. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's optioned, but as an artist, right? If you get any of your pieces of work has anything to do with an option, like that's crazy, dude. It just is, because your stuff's going to be hot after that. So,
yeah, I think that was because obviously this was just a store exclusive, so I'm just right on the edges of that. But it's still an exciting thing because there was articles and stuff that were showing my image. People were just generally sharing it around.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. But the creative team, I was very, very happy for them. That must have been amazing.
Yeah, but it still sells your stuff, like you said. Like as soon as anything like that, like even if you do a cover D, a store exclusive, something like that, if it gets optioned, then I'm going to use option twice.
People are they're gonna gravitate towards your cover.
They're gonna choose what cover they think is best, and then when you see yours, and you're like, holy shit! Like it's got to be a holy shit moment, right? Like, holy shit, dude! Like, I didn't even write this. It was a store, and I hammered it, man. That's got to be great, dude.
There's been a lot of things that we're going to get to, I've got no doubt, where it's like it should be an exciting thing, but all I can think about is how many copies James Crider is going to sell on eBay. So.
Well,
it doesn't really come back to me.
Everyone will see the art style that you have. This is not your cover, but you did do color work inside this, which we can see. You got like that kind of retro, you got the Benday dot kind of like vibe thing going there. I like it.
Yeah. Ken Landgraf, is Underground Legends. So that was like my second thing ever. That was a huge deal. Tim Seeley set that up from Hack Slash, and he's right. Yeah, that was a fantastic project. I loved every second of that.
Yeah, and then what's the next one I got here? I got you this Good Deeds book where you did a couple of the variants for them. You had the 1 in 10, which had that same kind of like paperback book kind of like vibe to it. And then you also got to do the version for the 1 in 50, which I don't know how many people have this one either, because who ordered 50 copies of this book? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was quite expensive because this was when I started learning all of the different curves and surprises about variants. Because I only see them on the shelves. I never see the really rare ones, over here.
Yeah, like these are the ones they just put them on the wall if they get there. Like sometimes they're sold before they even get to put them on the wall because somebody asked for it.
Yeah.
And then I do know we have the October. I want to say it right, Octobriana. This was like a 1 in 5, so this was an easier to obtain variant.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I even might have that one next to me somewhere.
Again, that's Dead Good Comics. Just incredible to work with. There was that whole project. I did a set of Octobriana trading cards for their previous Octobriana comic as well. So it's Dead Good have been dead good to me. It's been nice.
Yeah. That's nice.
And then you started getting a couple of other, like you got regular, like I don't want to say regular issue, but things that you find on the shelf. They're not exclusives, not Kickstarter, not incentive variants. But like I remember when this Harriet Tubman when it came out, it was a B cover, so open order, people could have plenty of them if they wanted it.
Yeah, that one was that was a nice surprise because my local comic shop, my whole city is a Funko Pop city rather than a comic city.
Yeah, it sucks.
There's plenty of nerd shops, but very few of them actually have comics. But then I went in one day not expecting to see anything from Massive, never mind with my artwork on, and seeing that on the shelf was just a highlight for me.
Did they know who you were? when you walked in?
No.
Oh, good. Did you act? Did you like? Oh, have any of these sold lately?
I'm gonna take
Did
this.
you do that thing?
It was. I went up to the desk and I got my card out and I was like, "Oh, I actually did this," and they were like,
No, you
"All
didn't.
right, okay." And then we built up a communication from there, and they've had a few of my things since then. So that's
Nice,
really nice.
dude. Nice. Now you're the store greeter and shit.
Yeah, sure you did. Yeah,
yeah. They had to double check it. They ran the card back to make sure. They checked it. They was like, yeah, hell yeah.
This was another massive one.
Oh,
This was a weird book too. This was like the God of Guns or something. It was a crazy read, but this cover fit right in with it.
So this is an interesting one. Have you got the other version of this?
I don't think I do have it handy.
So this was. I've got nothing but respect and love for Massive, because I sent them this and I hated it at the end. After maybe a week or two, I looked back on it and I just couldn't stand it, and I couldn't imagine seeing it on a shelf. And then they were very kind to let me do a different version, which went forward. But
oh, nice.
it was the distributors or previews or whoever it was with. They used the old image for all of the solicitations.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, they're not gonna be doing that much longer.
Well, and then I do like this Toxic Summer one. This was what I think it was just like last year or so. This was I like this one.
Yeah, I think that was August or something. That's again, Unipress, just fantastic. They've every publisher I've worked with has just really blown my mind to see what it's like on the inside of the industry. They've been very patient and very kind.
Were you a comic book like kid?
Oh yeah. It's
What'd you like? What'd you like back then?
Have we got time for a funny story?
Go ahead, absolutely. As long as you got time, we got time.
So, because X-Men and Spider-Man were on TV constantly, so my dad was trying to encourage me into art, and he went to the shop and just picked up the first comic he saw on the shelf. Like, I can completely see the logic in his mind, his dad brain. But he brought me back Spawn when I was like 7 or 8 years old. It was like this because we got this reprint of the original, so it was like a really magazine-sized Spawn. It was huge, and you could see every detail of every heart that Violator ripped out of a person.
Oh my god!
And I was way too young. So what I did was I got some scissors and I cut out all of the violent parts. So you can imagine by the end of it, Spawn was just like a raggedy comic. Had nightmares.
Pages left.
Yeah, you can see all of the exposition dialogue, but none of the action.
So you cut it out yourself because you're like, crap, I don't want to look at this because it gave me nightmares.
I didn't want to get more nightmares. Yeah, so. And maybe a week later, I told my parents because I felt so guilty because they'd spent money on it. You know, it was like £2 or something back then. They said they'd throw it away. And then a year later, I found it in the kitchen drawer. They just never got around to throwing it away. So the nightmare started again.
Oh, shit. So wait, explain this. So you're like 6 or 7 years old, right?
Yeah. And
your dad's just like, he can draw?
It was just, we're a creative family, so it was just he wanted to help grow that. And he just thought it was Spider-Man, you know? It was.
Yeah, like he saw it. He's like, go ahead. What did he do? You don't mind me asking.
He didn't. With that one, he didn't. He obviously just shoved it in the kitchen drawer. But
no, I mean for a living, what do you do?
Oh yeah, sorry. He's an artist himself. He carves gravestones, so it's.
Cool. Yeah, sure.
Lots of creative stuff.
Cool. Dude, that's awesome, bro. So you went from 7-year-old X-Men to cutting out
the hearts and Spawn.
Oh, at least they didn't bring you. Well, you guys got 2000 AD Weekly out there, so.
Oh yeah, don't even the nightmares from that alone.
Yeah, that's one of my. That's still
gives me nightmares now.
Yeah, I collect the UK version of those. I got a whole huge collection of them. I love. Actually, that's one of the books we're reviewing this week. I love that thing, man. The weekly's fucking. It's amazing, dude. Especially for Judge. I don't think like out here we had those two. We had the Wesley Snipes. Well, who's the guy? John Travolta movie and the other movie. I don't think either one did justice of how effed up the comics are, because those things are just
What are you talking about?
What?
Travolta.
Judge Dredd?
Oh, Sylvester
Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
Oh, Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone. Whatever.
Like Travolta. I'm like
Some old dude that's not some old dude that should have been playing that part.
Yes, that was Stallone.
Oh, that's right, because he had the terrible accent.
Oh,
Is
there we
this
go.
the original one?
That was the one that they actually put to
That's
print.
the one that came.
That's
that
the subbed out.
we
Yeah.
did get.
Gotcha.
Lots of
And
sitting
then-
down in my pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we obviously
That's
got
why I was
this
asking.
Fat
Yeah.
Boy a couple weeks ago.
That's sweet.
So I saw a comment on Instagram saying that this was rigged in whatever list you put out, and it just offended me to my core.
Oh, no, that you don't deal with that. I can't deal with that.
Don't
guy
worry about it.
anymore.
People
I
complain
know
about
who
shit
that
all the
is.
time.
He
So
tries
funny.
changing his name just so he can do comments. He's just one of those. He's
He's
just one of
gotta
those
hate.
trolls.
It's just people can't see the connection. Like, you might have got me on because of this, it makes sense
Yeah.
to me, but
That's actually why we got you.
Yeah, I mean, I've got your stuff again for a while now, but yeah, this kind of triggered the idea. It's like, oh, let's reach out. Let's see if he's even interested in coming on. And then you were like, yeah. So it's like, cool, we'll figure it out.
Oh, that's cool, man. Sarah's wife likes your stuff. Hey, so are you going to go further on Kanto, or what's the deal with it?
no, that was the
that's it.
last issue for now. That was really nice that it was getting so much attention for our last issue. It's I only ever see it when it's first issue, so that was really nice. And that creative team again, they just they did a mind blowing comic. Everybody loves Kanto. It's that really took off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely you don't, like you said, you definitely don't see it kind of pop like that at the end, but yeah, it was a good story. I think people are looking forward to if they do end up adapting. I know they're supposed to be. I think it was optioned, but if we actually see something, well,
it's perfectly made for some sort of
exactly
like CGI movie. If you use like the Puss in Boots or Spider-Verse sort of 2D, 3D stuff. So I think it's I've got a lot of love for Kanto.
Yeah, I wish they would go even more retro with it and do more of it looks like the claymation. Like, it's not claymation, but make it look like it's like the little claymation guys. Like, that would be awesome to me.
Hollywood just needs to listen to us. That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep going. I got a bunch of exclusives. These were some store exclusives that you did. Starting off with not starting off, but first one I put in here is that Betty and Veronica one. I remember seeing this one at Stadium, and I was like, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that was another one where it's just I get an email with their character's name, and I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with the news. It's always very exciting.
Were they pretty easy to work with?
Oh yeah, it's I think pretty much every store and every publisher I've worked with have all been just a dream so far.
Oh, really good.
That's good. That's
Stores
definitely good to hear.
It's I recommend to every artist to like reach out to stores because they know what they're doing with this stuff. They know who their audience is, so they can give you some initial guidance, and then they trust you to do the stuff. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, the one part that kind of stinks sometimes with stores is they get stuck in the rut of doing something they did 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of depresses out. But some of the better ones, if you get with them, they know, like, it's like 3 seconds. They just go like, do this, and then I assume they do it with you too. Like, put your style to this, go ahead and do it, and like let you get free range. So is that kind of what happened with a lot of them? They're just like, we want something similar to this, or did they give you examples, or what they do?
There's been a couple like that, but in general, it's a lot of free reign. Like this with these two, it was just they just said to do whatever I wanted, and obviously I wanted to do Archie Terminator.
Dude, that's really cool, dude. That's cool as shit.
I'm waiting for them to offer me a series.
Who holds Terminator now?
Terminator's been around a while. They also got
who holds it? Well, what's the publisher for them?
Dynamite.
Is it Dynamite? Hey, yeah, get in there. You could do 15 covers a day for them, dude. You only got to draw one, but they'll give you 15.
You draw one, they'll make 4 out of it.
They'll make 4 out of it.
Lots of different colors. Yeah.
And then these Mad Love books. I haven't seen like much Mad Love stuff in a while, but for a while these things were really cool.
Yeah,
I remember picking these up. I definitely made sure I got this one and your Poison Ivy one too, which she thick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, everybody. Again, this is just with Mad Love, it's I get an email saying do whatever you want, and I love working with Mad Love. It's always a treat. It's just
you're just like everybody's doing boobies, so I'm gonna do booties. Is that what it was? Like
it's just too much Megan Thee Stallion, and it's really transparent. I'm a big rap person, and it really shows in my stuff.
It's the Megan Thee Stallion in the background. You're like, shit. She's like, she just got shot in the foot. I better do a tribute to her real quickly. Poison Ivy. Here we go. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I think you shared this one on your IG, and then I was like, I gotta go find this, and then I went out to wherever this store was to go and order it.
Looks like my wife.
We've got a big.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do you know? It looks like my wife. I've been looking at this, and I never realized how much my ex-girlfriend appeared in my art.
Oh shit. Oh, good. You said it.
All in a sequence.
All right. I was gonna ask you who you're using for about. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right.
And then you did there's a bunch of Kickstarter.
Hey, wait, hold on. Can I ask you a question? Is it only when you do the devil characters, or the villains, or is she also part of the hero crowd too?
She appeared on, I think maybe like 7 out of 10 lady characters. It was my ex, and then I expanded my model database, and now I've got a variety of different
Good,
characters.
congratulations.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and look.
So you put a couple kids through college. Is that it? A couple strippers through college, and now you got different models to use, or what's the deal?
I never really thought about the correlation between that job and the modeling, actually. So yeah, there's been a lot of 3D modeling and a lot of modeling because it's I can't the type of creatives or comic artists who can just crack something out on a page. Yeah. It just blows my mind. It's I'm always scared about not getting things accurate and stuff like that.
No, but I think like even going through these, there's different. It's different. I'm not going to say this. A lot of times when you see art like this, it's the model base is similar every single time. Like the angle on the girl is similar if it's from the artist. There's one in particular I'm thinking about right now that right.
I know he's thinking of J. Scott Campbell.
Like J. Scott Campbell, like every single girl he draws is the exact same girl. Where you start looking at this and it's different angle. Like you had 3 stallions there. You had, I mean, obviously your ex-girlfriend, and then it changes from each one you go, which is kind of actually nice. So that Joe's collection, he can actually say, look, it's the art because it's different people, not just pervs. So, you know what I mean? It works out well. I think it looks good.
Well, there were naughty versions as well. So there's that too.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you some of these because these were Kickstarters. I don't know how many are out there. Like,
see, I knew Joe was waiting on it. Right there he goes. All right.
Pulp Fiction. I like the Pulp Fiction elf.
Lots of fun.
Those cracks look pretty accurate to me. What the hell? Jesus. All right. What's up, Lisa? Okay.
These types of comments.
We can do that.
And then I had to cover up the Frankenstein Unconquered. I actually do have them next to me, but yeah.
Take it off of the old.
Keep us PG. I covered them up, but if you did pick these up, you got the full effect.
Hey, Lisa.
There were a couple of them. I think it was issues 2 and 4. I think you had covers on.
Yeah, that was. It just seemed like a natural fit when someone's looking for a retro thing, and I can crack out some sort of design work as well. It's just it makes for a lot of fun when I'm creating these things.
Yeah, that's what I also. It's not just the art. I do like what you put into the background. How again, like some of them look like old paperback novels or old magazines, or it's like a whole atmosphere kind of built around it, not just the main image.
Do you know the best thing is that so many of these writers or publishers, they'll just let me put whatever text I want in. Like it's the amount of little sneaky jokes or whatever I've put in the text. It's been crazy that they just let me get away with it. Yeah. And I know the editors.
As long as they do, keep doing it, because eventually they're going to be like, no.
It's great practice because I want to be doing writing and stuff like that. So if I can just get lines out here and there, it really helps me figure out my voice.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think I just got this one not that long ago. This one I think came in. I think it's Dream Quest or something. There was another, again, Kickstarter that either James or Joe tipped me off to.
Yeah, these things are fantastic. I'm working with those guys again on something currently with a lot more blood in it. So it's, I think I tick the boxes.
What else I got? I found a Torch book too. This was more like a little bit of a sci-fi angle on it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Oh, it's just nice seeing them in sequence. I've never really looked back on them all in order like this.
Well, I was like, I'll put them together, and I was just finding them. I was like, oh, I'll put them in order as that I remember getting them. I actually went through my Kickstarter thing, like my Kickstarter list. I was like, let's see. I was like, yep, there's one. That's a flops one. That's a flops one. Oh, no, that's a Art Adams one, but we'll worry about that one later. And I was like, all right, there's a flops one. And I just pulled them all out.
I don't think anyone realizes what a huge deal that was just to hear Art Adams in the same sentence as me. Such a little thing that makes such an impact.
Hey, it's stuff I bought. You were right there together in my shopping list.
The dream. Yeah.
Then we had this Voodoo one, and I actually just got this one today. Like this one actually showed up in the mail today. This Fantastic Freaks one.
Yeah. Oh, it's again, it's, I could just spend 20 hours just talking about every creative I've worked with, and just what a dream of a creative team on that comic. It's I love the different Kickstarters and everybody who's getting involved with Kickstarter comics. It's just everybody's so unique and individual, really.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, there is a lot of fun. And you did say you are working on something for this next one. So this one I don't think it's kicked off yet. I'll put the link in the description down below if it's not there. I don't think it's there yet, but if it's not, I'll put it in there later so everybody can keep an eye out for it, because you said you might be doing something for this one.
Yeah, so this one is my first like real, genuine, sincere interior work. Lots of fantastic artists are involved with this project. It's going to be a beautiful anthology, and it's been a dream for years to team up with everyone in this book. So it's I'm very excited.
Yeah, doing interiors is a whole different animal than just doing covers. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be. I can't show anything. I can't say anything about it. But
no pressure here.
The basic concept I think people will enjoy hearing is my story is about a man who has relations with his alarm clock, and if that's not enough to draw you in, then I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. If you're not sold based off of that, you're in the wrong place for today.
That should be enough, shouldn't it?
And to give you all more of a sense,
I think it's.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to be exploring a lot of morality and genuinely mature themes rather than just having it being a gag. I think people will be surprised by it.
Yeah, no, definitely look forward to it. No, all I was going to say was, I mean, apart from what we've seen, a lot of the booties and the humor, also go check out the stuff that you actually do yourself over on your Big Cartel site, because this is where I've got like the Mooked magazine and the Happy Goth Girl book. Like, you do a lot of your own little fun stuff right out of here that people should go take a look at, because I think it's some great stuff.
Yeah,
there it is. Look, there's Joe helping out.
I think it's one of those. At the minute, everything's sold out, but it's I've got a couple things coming out in February. It's just really nice seeing that people are so supportive and want to get
the
things
you give
that I'm throwing
so
out.
much stuff like with this. Like when people order something, you like order just a book, and then I don't know if you guys see, like I got it. You get a card included. There's little like kind of postcard size little prints that come with it, and I got a whole handful of other prints that were just included with everything. But I keep it all together so I don't lose everything. So I keep it all together personally, but you get a lot.
This is the secret. There is that in the UK, it's very cheap to print stuff. So I might as well. Mixam is very cheap over here, but it's not as cheap over there as what I've learned.
Yeah, because here's another shot of the Mooked mag. I don't know where I put mine. I know it was around here somewhere, but I did get this one too.
I think I constantly, I'm referencing everybody else, but you're always spotting my stuff. It's you must have a pretty decent.
I love it. I'm a fan. What do you want me to tell you? I like it.
Yeah, it's I'm currently. I'd spent years drawing this happy goth girl character, and now I need to take a little break from just sticking with that visual over and over again. I'm trying to
expand
reach new levels and expand a bit. Yeah, so
it makes sense.
People enjoy it.
Well, I know it's getting late for you, but I did, since we got a little bit of time, I did want to run through something I did a few months back. I don't know if you saw that I did this, but I used to do a little fun segment where I would take art that I found and I would just mock up covers. So I grabbed some of your stuff a while back. I think I grabbed.
I love that you think I wouldn't remember
introduce people to you. I was like, "Hey, look, this is the art. Go check them out." Gave a little bit of a sense of what you did, and I grabbed your Superman book because I just thought this would make a great Superman book. Like you had this image on IG.
Yeah,
and you had your little.
Totally be a cover, 100%.
Well, no, 100%. So boom. This is what it would look like in my mind. This is what it could look like.
I think it just works, doesn't it? I don't know, something about it. I wouldn't have thought to do it myself. So when you did it, it was very nice.
Well, I like playing around with art because I used to try to draw, but I am way, way, way out of practice. So just graphically designing other people's art and layering things around, I find peace in doing that. So I can mock up the limited trade dress version too. So if you don't want the big Superman logo, I also gave the little one for those folks who may not want it.
It looks like a legitimate thing, but it's just not the same without the big swooping logo, is it?
That's true. Exactly. And then you had a spider punk that I thought was pretty cool, but it was kind of square, and I didn't know how to cut this one to make it into a book. So I said, well, I'll just extend it at the top, and we'll just throw some trade dress up there to kind of fill the empty space because I didn't know how else to do this one.
Yeah, that looks great. It's
yeah, the color, it looks fantastic.
But then for fun, I decided, well, it had a kind of like a graffiti kind of vibe to it, a graffiti style. So like, what if I threw like a graffiti, moon kind of thing in the background this time? So then I threw that in there to kind of fill the space a little bit.
That works. Yeah, it makes everything feel like it's just a real thing. It's nice seeing it in a different context.
It should be a real thing, in my opinion. That's what I'm looking at.
One of these days.
One of these days. And I might do this again one of these days because you got a lot of other cool stuff that's on your IG, which I'm going to just run through real quick. But before I do that, I decided that this should be a t-shirt. And it goes back to what Marco was talking about with Captain America. Like, this just is the perfect image to be putting on a shirt, in my opinion.
Heck yeah. Wow.
Like,
you put this on a baseball tee like this, and I'm wearing this out.
That looks real.
Like, if only we could do it and Marvel wouldn't get mad.
Just take the A off, and I think you've got a chance. But then the message might get lost. It's tricky.
Well, then Rob Liefeld might get mad because then it's his fighting American character.
Yes, good point. Yeah, there was I had a lot of fun writing red, white, and boom in the background, and no one seemed to notice that yet.
Oh, and then again, this is just to get people up to speed. To go check out his Instagram too, because there's a lot of cool stuff. I think you're also over on Bluesky. I think I got the link down below for that.
Yeah,
but
Bluesky's been nice. Yeah,
but this Batman is awesome.
Loads of fun.
And then the Joker down below, like this. And you even see, I didn't even have to mock it up like this with the retro checkerboard top. This would perfectly fit back then.
It started off as absolute Batman, but I just couldn't resist the Dark Knight Returns look.
Yeah, you had to go with the classic blue and gray though. It is the jacked absolute Batman size Batman, but yeah, I like the old school outfit.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with him. That's I forgot about V. That was nice.
And this is just a great book, even good movie.
I love
I can't remember what was happening at that time, but it felt like a very topical thing in that week. There was something there. It seems like every week there's something in the news that just gets people upset. So you could post this anytime and it'd be relevant.
That is true. Oh, this one here for Marco. We'll go a little X-Men action because I know
I do like it. I saw this. I was like, this is great. I actually like what you do too with all the modified like sticker price numbers and all, like the Gambit one, all of them. I thought those were like the coolest things in the world. Did you make those into trading cards?
No, the corner box plan. I'm eventually going to do something with Bottleneck Gallery. So it's just practicing for that. It's just,
okay,
there's
cool.
no set date yet.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I do have those coming up too, by the way, right after Penguin. Because again, I was clipping through your IG. I was like, let me grab.
Did you
this.
like that? How'd you like that show?
It's one of the best things I've seen, and it's really
100%.
strange for that character to blow up like that.
I know, right? Oh, dude, that's funny.
You captured what's her name too with those crazy eyes right behind him.
Yeah, I could never do them justice, but it's I think you get the message anyway.
I get it. I see them. Like, I don't know. I see the craziness in there.
God.
But yeah, these corner boxes. I think I grabbed 3 of them.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jubilee. And then we got the Gambit. I miss old school Gambit.
I do too. That's really cool.
And then I finished up with the Wolverine.
Yeah, yeah, that's sweet.
I think it's a case of my excitement for X-Men '97 just had to come out in an artistic way.
Well, because I assume that's what you were watching, right? When you were a kid, when you first got into it, was like the original X-Men. Yeah, which is cool.
Here's one of your super fans down below.
Yeah, instead of having them keep typing the same question over in chat, I just figured I'd give them a link.
Got my Mercy Shallow and Happy Goth Girl back there.
The only person who will remember the name. It's nice.
Are you still working on Mercy Shallow? Still a ongoing project?
I've ended up accidentally creating a whole. What's the key word nowadays? Is it universe of characters? Nice. It's I'm doing little steps and building up to connected universe. Yeah,
accidentally, of course.
I just wanted to do a cowboy comic, and then suddenly I'm writing like 2099 style comics. You know, I've got 400 years marked out.
Dude, I love it. I think we're like lost. You're like my lost little brother. 2099. I just got my brother, my youngest one, the collection of X-Men again because that got like him into reading comic books when I'd drag him along and he would. He didn't know what to get, but we brought some home to him and my other brother too. And that's kind of where we get like, I've got a bunch of brothers, but 2 of my younger brothers, they really were into 2099 and collecting the Marvel cards. And the only reason the one brother was into it was because we would watch that X-Men cartoon. So I'd take it over and just be like, well, I'm bigger than you. So we're going to watch that X-Men cartoon. So then he got into the cards. And then my youngest brother, I drag him around to the comic book store to go pick stuff up. Because our comic book store, we could take our bikes there. And he got into 99. So then I now just every time I see 99 books, I pick them up. Like the worst ones too. Like X-Men. Oh, yeah. Like that X-Men series. I love it. Like, first off, anytime you get like a drug hooker, I don't know why. Like X-Men keeps doing it because they've done it a bunch of times. And but there's always like a prostitute in one of the storylines.
Not
right?
always.
Well, they in the Morrison run, no, 2's more than none. All right. The only one who didn't do it is Claremont and Lee. So besides those 2, everybody else has put one in there. But I don't know if you're familiar with the X-Men 2099 version, but I thought that was always pretty good. I just don't see why.
Lee made them all dressed like hookers anyway. So
he did. But
he actually with the sleeves rolled up.
He put what was she was like a vampire / like. It definitely wasn't appropriate to give my little brother that book. I'll tell you that. But he turned out all right, so it doesn't.
Was
matter.
it cut out the hearts violator inappropriate?
Well, yeah. Well, so one she was is it called BSM or what? What's the one where the dominatrix type thing?
BDSM.
Yeah, she was like that. Like they actually had this place where they'd go in, and that's what she would. her mutant power was.
Everybody needs a day job.
I don't know. Go watch Go read X-Men 2099. Figure
That's
out
a power. Sign me up.
But she would be whatever her power was. Like it was like inflicting some type of pain. I can't remember it that well. I mean, I guess I could go grab one of them, but I mean, that was like her skill set was they had like this. I think that's what it was. Now that I'm going to go back and read that, but now that I think about it, I think that's what it was. I think Lee was trying to like have like a sex dungeon going on or something like that. And anyway, so yeah.
It's a natural progression from the Hellfire Club, isn't it? It's
right.
which I'd never thought of, you know.
Right, it is too. Yeah, they are too. I mean, why do you think he dresses the White Queen like that? Like,
yeah, you go eyes wide shut, and then you just go right to there.
You can get into your head. I mean, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I think
so. You have anything else coming up for the Big Cartel Shop, or just fulfilling that annual?
So I've got an annual that I'm going to be shipping out next week because I'm just recovering from a flu. They should have all been shipped out, but it's a lot to handle. The packing side of things is just a nightmare, and then the post office is quite far away from here.
So help our stateside friends understand the joy of cereal box shipping. It seems to be a unique UK thing. I love it. I love it.
It's not a good thing.
It's fine. It's perfectly fine. I've never had any problem with a flop shipment, and I've gotten plenty of stuff from overseas, either from the Kickstarters or direct. From Big
hold on, Flops. You use cereal boxes to ship your stuff?
I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what it's like over here in terms of graphic design and mascots. You know,
shove a pack of Tim Tams in there or something. I'll be happy. Some Jammy Dodgers.
I've upgraded since then.
I'll be.
Oh,
that's
I've moved on from Jammy Dodgers. That's so funny hearing that in that accent.
But I love it. I love it. It's always a treat for me.
It's get a kick out of it. It's been a pain because I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I've had about 45 people email me saying that their product arrived damaged, and it's just the old-timey filter I've put on the top.
Yeah,
they've sent me photos like, look at the state of the spine on this comic, and it's part of the design, and it's I'm sure there's been a couple of times.
It's supposed to look like that. Yeah,
I've never had a problem. I've ordered plenty from your site directly and some of the UK Kickstarters. I get a lot of Richard Morgan stuff from the UK and stuff like that. I've never had a problem.
I'm sure there's been a couple of times where it's gone wrong in the post, but most.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, that happens all the time, though.
But there's a lot out there they're very nitpicky.
It's completely fair. I think I have upgraded since then, so it's gonna be okay in the future. But
hey, look, they're still gonna complain about it either way, so it doesn't really matter at that point.
I like the news where it's
I can't get.
I can compare my shit US cereal ingredients to the superior UK cereal ingredients.
Oh, we don't have anywhere near as many cereal types over here. Don't even. I'm trying to show you how
you don't have
boring
near as many chemicals in yours as we have in ours for preservatives.
So how is the community over there? I mean, I see you do collab a lot with a handful of Kickstarters and stuff like that. A lot of them end up being UK. How is the community over there? Is it somewhat of a collaborative community? It seems like it's somewhat of a small community, but of the creators over there. Or is it pretty just kind of disparate? Or
I tend not to think about locations just because everything's just so online. It's you never really think about where anybody is. It's there's a Thought Bubble convention over here, which is it's pretty much the biggest and best convention we've got in terms of actually comics. And it was my first time visiting that as a guest, as a customer or visitor or whatever. And in maybe 5 years, and I went, and it was just like going to a bar and seeing everybody in one place. It was like cheers. It was fantastic. Yeah, really nice. And the London Horror Comic team, it was just very nice, just getting a big hug from someone I'd only talked to on the internet. It's just
that's cool.
There are opportunities, and there's plenty of places that people can communicate and reach out. But yeah, it's when everything's on emails, I never really think about it.
Yeah, I mean, Kickstarter has been great. I mean, Kickstarter's exposed me to UK creators that otherwise I never would have come across. And it's been fantastic. So I'm happy to get more from across the pond.
I think the big thing is that our shipping is a lot cheaper as well, because if I'm getting something from an American Kickstarter, it's like $40, $50 for the postage. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Well,
couldn't guess. It seems like such a specific price range that everybody adheres to, that I think it's just very strange. But I think it's maybe like $10, 10 or 12 or something like that from here to you guys. So it's
I've always been impressed that
it's not that bad.
The shipping cost from you to here has always been reasonable.
It's UK pretty close to if we have to ship at my end. I'm on the East Coast. If I got to ship to the West Coast of the States over to California, it still ends up being kind of close to getting over $10. So
it's crazy.
And it always feels cheaper for me to get something from the UK than for me to ship something to Canada, which never makes any sense to me.
That is true.
It's like 2 times the price.
Canada's a tough one.
Yeah. So what else do you have on the radar? Anything big coming up?
There's a couple of things. There is, speaking back to the corner boxes, I did a corner box design for a comic called The Public Defender, which is on Kickstarter currently. Okay. And that ends, I think it's got maybe 2 or 3 days left. But it's really funny being asked to do something that's a couple of centimeters on a cover instead of a cover. But I love that team.
Corner box.
Yeah. It was really fun just being part of it. And my image is front and center on the Kickstarter thumbnail. So it's, I love that's a great anthology title again.
Oh,
yeah, I'll put that one down in the description too, so people can go take a look at it.
I get it because I backed it, so I have it.
Go back.
I have it handy.
I just threw it in the chat.
And then there's one. Slight Return is on Kickstarter currently. That's I did a print for that, and it's very rock and roll. Satanic Panic type.
Can we show that one?
That one is up in the chat as well. The link to that Kickstarter, because I think there's still 21 days on it.
Well, if it's on Kickstarter, I think we could show
that one's safe at work.
Yeah, it's safe. It's a safe print.
Yeah, we're not spoiling anything. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's out there right now. Yeah, so there's 2 different colors.
Ooh.
Yep.
So they're both add-ons to that current Kickstarter.
I don't want to spend all my time talking about all of the different creators and stuff, but that comic looks beautiful. It's everything I've been involved with. It's just the creative team's absolutely crushing it. And then launching at some point soon, I've done a cover for Steamroller Man on Kickstarter. If anybody's familiar with Steamroller Man,
I don't know that one.
That's coming soon. I'm doing a Batman and Robin homage piece.
Nice, fantastic.
What's your dream project? Is it getting on X-Men? What would you really want to do if you could? Like, where is it at? Where what's good for you?
The ultimate goal is to get I keep saying like a Sunday strip like Marvel.
Oh, nice.
They've got the Marvel Unlimited app. Just let me have a Sunday thing. Just let me do something on a Sunday.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I've had a lot of. I've done it maybe like 6 or 7 different Marvel fan comics at this point. Just little 3-panel, 4-panel things. And,
sure.
People have just really. The support on those has been incredible. It's been really heartwarming, considering I'm writing for the first time. That's
a good way to build out from there. Just do the little quick hitters, the little couple of panels.
Well, they too like to get onto Marvel. They always ask like, "What do you have? What samples do you have? What do you?" And like it always helps because all the guy does is like the main guy that does it then sends it to his editors to see what they like, and if they can already vision him doing insert panels, at least it gives them a leg up. So.
You were I think putting the kids to bed when I put this one up.
What's that? Hold on.
I think we need to figure out how to get this to this.
Oh, dude, we should do that. Yeah, for sure. I like that. I love hitting I like that other one. I thought, what was it? Hey, you can't hit Naz's anymore, and it's like, yeah, dude, that sucks. But then you said, well,
The feedback for that was a bit. That was a bit much.
well, why? I didn't even read the comments. We should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Was it?
I don't know if we want to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how to do
It was bad.
It was. I deleted a lot of stuff.
People expose themselves for being Nazis. Like, I mean, dude,
you opened a can.
Yeah, there's some wild people out there that just don't care.
Oh yeah, dude, they're I mean, they live in their basements, though. I mean, that's the thing.
This is the thing. It's very much a case of like. There was a few people who were saying, because I said it's not mindless violence because they have no minds, and then people were like, "Oh, you'd punch a disabled person," and blah blah blah, and it's.
Wait,
How
what?
did we get there?
Yeah, the internet's a horrible place.
Reaches that,
No, like, wait a second. Why did you make that step?
dude. The boys
It's-
are great, man. They love boobies and wrestling. I mean, they got a good mind. What the fuck is that person talking about, dude? That's stupid.
It's
Whatever,
been,
man. It's what?
There was a couple of. I'm trying to think of the nice way of saying it, but there was a lot of. What are those meme images where it's just really crudely drawn angry men?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Sorry, something. There was a lot of those directed my way, saying that I was inferior and whatnot. So yeah, there was a lot of people I had to block and delete and mute.
Hey, that's a good way to get. That's a good way to get rid of them, though, right? Like it's an easy test. That's an easy test right there. Hey,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. The best part is this is the best part. Those are the people that get mad too. They're like, "Oh, I can't believe nobody should be blocked." It's like, hey, you know what? You don't want to get punched in the face because you're a Nas, but you also don't want to get blocked. Like, choose one or the other. I think block's the better option, right? Like, I mean, just choose an option. Choose a hand. I don't care.
It's more about like the fake outrage of how can I be blocked? It's a free country. It's like, not on my account. It's not a free country. This is mine. It's like come into my house and say whatever you like. I'm gonna ask you to leave. Like,
I've never understood it. There was so many people were oh yeah, but you wouldn't really do it though. You wouldn't, if you were confronted with a Nazi, you wouldn't really punch them. But I don't think it made it over there, but we had a lot of riots recently where all of the racists were just out and open in the streets, and it was over and done with because we just went and kicked the crap out of them, you know. It was, but obviously in America that you didn't get that side of that.
Well, they
story,
sue
so.
over here. Once you break their vaginas, they just sue all the time. That's what they do. You punch them in the face, and they just start crying and then sue you.
A healthy row every now and then's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very expensive. It is. It costs. It's about $5,000 to $6,000 to punch one of them in their face nowadays. It just fucking sucks, dude. So
could be worth it.
You gotta be careful.
Maybe get some GoFundMe's on the go so you can just go on a rampage.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. GoFundMe. But then hey, that's it. They would start crying. They would be like, you can't have a GoFundMe for punching Nazis in the face. And all you gotta do is do
for your defense fund.
All you gotta do is run the Blues Brother clip.
But then they wouldn't go outside anyway, so no one would get punched. It's a win-win.
Fair.
Oh, how the conversation has devolved into this.
That's great. Joe got on to try to like, hey, dude, can I get some more Kickstarters off you? And all of a sudden it turned into punching Nazis in the face. That happens.
I'm just looking for big booty goth girls.
A little bit more eventually.
Boom.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That was right up there. Yeah.
Oh, people need to block back in. It's not.
Okay. Yeah, so this one.
That one I did is a double-sided.
The public defender.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's that corner box on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a couple of days and it's fantastic. It's great, funny comic, very good.
Yeah, that cover is really cool looking with all the.
How much does it need to get back?
I think it's pretty close to the goal.
Yeah, it's 36.27 out of 4,400.
No, it's right there.
Yeah,
we get there.
Make sure you guys do that. All right.
It's more than had when I.
I'll put it in, like I said, I'll put it in the main description too, so it's there lasting, not just in the chat.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what we were. Well, Diamond screwed up his image anyway, so I don't know how he. I don't know. I mean,
I'm
If it
glad you
was
cleared
Diamond, I
that
don't
up
remember.
because for the longest time I was like,
probably Diamond.
"Are there two covers?" I was like, "There's this in
Yeah.
previews, but then there's this in the cover," and it completely threw me off.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, because I think I grabbed the preview one, but I have the book around here.
I just felt really bad for Massive. Their team having to keep replying to all of the comments and messages. It was entirely my issue.
They don't mind.
They got plenty of money.
Give them something to do.
Jesus Christ! All right. Well, we got an interesting crowd tonight. There you go. I don't know.
That's great.
I do like this though. I do like this that you guys are still holding a grudge over there from 1776. America, damn it, America. Sex dungeon talk? What? Oh, we did that already. Yeah, that was the X-Men thing. I was about to say, who the hell is doing that? Cool. That's a lot of stuff.
Why is Bruce talking about poutine? Who's talking about Canada?
What?
Posted.
Yeah, why are
No.
we? So now we're just hating on Canada too? That's fair. I mean, that's a fair
Joe
decision.
started that with the shipping
Yeah.
rates.
Well, I mean, it does suck us shipping to England. Like, it's a pain in the ass, dude.
They call themselves a country, but they still have the Queen on their money. So I was just always been confused.
I don't know if that's true. I haven't seen any money in a while.
No, they do. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the Queen anymore, but they definitely did for a long time.
They probably got Charles on there now.
Yeah, they probably got Chip on there.
I think I expected just wholesome, nice, sweet conversations on here, and when I hear words, I expect to
Wrong show, dude.
We were talking comics.
It got derailed very quickly.
Usually does, dude.
How it goes.
Yeah, that's great. You should stay around for news. You want to see disrailment? Jesus. No, yeah. No, that's. I mean, I figure what else are you going to talk about? We got like you got some great stuff. You like to. What was your favorite 2099 title? What was it? Or your favorite?
Oh, Spider-Man.
Was it?
That was easy.
Yeah,
Really?
Spider-Man was.
It's
easy.
really strange because in the 90s we didn't get these things. Comic shops were much fewer and far between back then, so it was just any opportunity to grab a comic from anywhere. It was always like, this is the best thing I've ever read, no matter what it was. Spider-Man stuck with me.
So you said that it's all pop stores. Where are you at?
So I'm in Yorkshire in England. So
Okay,
it's like in the middle point of the country.
Right.
But I think it's just the trend of it, unless it's a Forbidden Planet or an independent place.
Is
there's just
Forbidden
a lot
Planet
of-
the only comic shop you guys have over there?
No, we've got a couple of chains, and then just so many independent ones, but so many of them are just they're just capitalizing on the Funko stuff. It's really depressing.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
He lives. Oh, hold on now. Okay, since you live in England, what the fuck's up with you guys stealing all the Star Wars collectibles and putting them in fucking your guys' attics? Question. Every time an auction goes up for like prototypes for Star Wars stuff or show memorabilia, it's in some dude's attic in some place in England. This is what Styx is asking right here. He's doing it inadvertently, but what he's saying is asking where all the stuff is from Doctor Who and Star Wars, and why is England stealing it all? Please give us the correct answer. Speak for England.
I think it's the same as, like I was saying with the comics. Back then, it would have been, when it was Star Wars, it would have been such an import or whatever. It would have been such a unique thing to see, like an American product, so people would have ordered it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking movie props though. They like went up into a couple guys.
The props, yeah, God knows.
Yeah, the prop. I don't know. Every prop got to England somehow. You guys got every single prop.
Studios over there.
I couldn't even guess.
I just don't understand it. All right. Well,
I mean, I don't think Star Wars was filmed in America, right? I mean, it was.
they weren't, but they had some English actors in it. But yeah, I don't get it. But like every single time props go up for sale, most of them are from, they start in that area, especially recently, and they get found in attics. So we don't know what's going on over there. We don't know if it's a deep fake and people are just stealing stuff from the U.S. But we'd like our artifacts back, especially for the Star Wars stuff. Just saying, let them know. So if
I
you could
think
fill
there's
us
a
in
lot
on
of artifacts from around the world that England probably owe people to.
yeah.
All
right, well,
over time.
return Star Wars to America first, please. All right. Jesus. That's a good one. All right, there we go. Sticks, that's what you got. Plus, he says he doesn't like Doctor Who. Even he doesn't. Do you like Doctor Who?
There's some Doctor Who that is fantastic, and some of it I just can't tolerate.
Well, yeah, some of it's bad. But yeah.
It's the same.
I
with
got
comics,
my
you know,
TARDIS right here.
It's quite a large arc of work over
Sonics.
the years.
Flops.
I've got to catch up on the new stuff. I think it's.
I haven't watched the new stuff either. I haven't watched since Capaldi. I don't think, like consistently. I saw some of Jodie Whittaker and some of I don't want to say his name wrong. I used to be able to say it right.
Nchuti Gatwa.
That's it.
Thank you, Dub.
Should just skip all of it and watch Red Dwarf instead. You'll be much happier.
Red Dwarf. It's one of these huge things. It's over here, but hearing it, people on your side of the world talking about it always surprises me. There must be a million things like that.
Red Dwarf and Blackadder.
No, I do have an attic. My heating system, my second heating system's on my third floor, dude. I still have an attic. You have to have an attic. Who doesn't have an attic? I don't know why it seems like they're always stealing stuff over there. I just say it. And just because we threw tea into the fucking lake doesn't mean they get to steal our artifacts.
It wasn't a lake.
Whatever, dude. America, damn it.
Marco's over in Michigan, so he's near lakes.
Yeah.
When you're on the coast, that's an ocean.
Yeah, whatever. You put a boat on it. Doesn't matter, does it?
America's like 7 different countries.
I've seen one episode of I have not seen Doctor Who either. I guess that's okay though. Do you want any just have one question for Joe? Do you want what should I even be asking this question? Oh, here's James. Hey James, you finally get off work? I don't think this is your question for him.
No, but he's correcting you on the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go.
England.
There you go.
That's why it's there.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe. Some of the stuff, maybe. Some of the stuff, not all of it. Cool. All right. That's the hour that we got with them. So Joe, if you've got anything left to say that. If not,
it's again, you're welcome to stick around if you want to stick around for news, but I know it's late your way.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to bed, we will not blame you.
If you want to have fun, stick around towards news because it gets. If you think talking about strippers and other stuff is fun, just wait.
See what's in the news.
I'm happy to stick around for 15 minutes if that's all right with everybody. I don't want to be a pain.
We don't give a cat. You say 15.
Mark is going to send you to shake the bones of Peter Cushing for Star Wars memorabilia.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. You say 15 minutes, but it usually goes longer. All right. Thank you very much for that, Flops. Hey, everybody, go in there. Make sure you support them. Do the Kickstarter thing. All right. We got to get that done. We'll be reposting that. I bet you Joe and then we'll talk about it on their show coming up this week, too. So we'll hit that all up and let's make sure we get it there because we got 6 days left on that. Also,
it's got a
that's
bunch
cool.
of links in the description of the show right after the
Just go to Big Cartel.
Make sure you hit them all up. And on that, Pete, let's take it to the news.
On those things so we can get to the news.
All right, here we go. So there's been a lot of things happen in the news this week. We got trailers, we got pictures, we got complaints, and we're gonna start off with the biggest, most important news. I thought Corbin was gonna be here today, but I heard he's a little bit under the weather.
Give it to me.
Here we go. Ready? James Gunn tells us that there is no CG on Superman's face. So apparently there was a comment that said plenty of time to refine the CG after this little TV spot came out. I think it dropped Sunday during a football game. And people are complaining about
They were moving
face.
another mustache? What were they complaining about?
I don't understand.
I think
hey, hold on.
Made the eyes a little straighter.
Hey, real quickly though.
I don't understand a word you just said.
What the fuck are they talking about?
They said his face has been altered somehow. When
Who gives a fuck?
Well, James Gunn apparently took it seriously because he responded to it. So that's why we're talking about
You
it.
don't got shit better to do than that.
Well, he didn't
There's
want
a big
people.
fan blowing in his face. That's what makes it look weird because he's flying. He's Superman.
He also looks like George just gave him a rabbit to pet too. If you understand that reference, but it's a story for another day.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? Like, this is what we're getting upset about.
Well, so
Yeah.
the story
Shut
here
up.
is
There has to be
is
controversy. There has to be some buzz about it. Gets people talking about it.
Do you think?
It'll
Do you
be
think
forgotten
he's?
about
Hold on.
right there.
Yeah, hold on now. This is like every week with Jim Gunn. He's got a different fucking thing to say. Last week it was some bullshit like one of the things that he had isn't in continuity anymore, but then somehow Aqua fucking what was it? What's the group? He said that the movie's no longer in there.
Oh, Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad. But then somehow we don't know what Aquaman's doing, even though Aquaman showed up in his fucking thing. So
And Peacemaker.
Aquaman's this guy now.
yeah, I know that, but I mean, I don't know. Should go to school for AI
fine.
computer classes.
So basically, the news is that we got a little TV spot. We saw a picture. We saw what Lex Luthor looks like in his winter gear, Lex Luthor, and then we apparently are getting
What's up, Hardman?
a trailer in
Winter gear.
Yeah, he was wearing like a suit where I don't know. He looked like he was going to go out in the snow. And so we're going to get a trailer during the. It's not during the Super Bowl, but it's during the Puppy Bowl. I don't know if that's true.
Wait,
but that's what I read.
Well, we
And
were
I-
supposed to
like
get
I
some
said-
crypto thing with crypto during the Puppy Bowl.
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. That makes
Oh,
much
okay.
more sense.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That makes
a lot
sense.
more sense.
That makes more sense. Then. Screw
So-
the Super Bowl. We're going to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a week from Sunday, we'll be getting some more Superman stuff, and we'll probably be getting a regular dose of Superman things, every few weeks leading until July 11th, I believe, is the date this movie comes out. So,
I mean, there's the same reaction with every superhero trailer. There's people that are going to bitch about it like crazy for no real apparent reason. There's people that are going to say it's the best thing since sliced bread. But in reality, it's a movie. Most people are going to probably go see it anyway, and it is what it is. Corn sweat.
Yep. It's coming, and we're talking about it. So that's, I mean, that's what matters, right? We're talking about Superman.
Yeah. Like,
all right.
I don't know. I don't need trailers. Like, I'm gonna go see it when this comes out. Like, you don't need to sell me anymore. I'm already sold. You got my ticket.
Yeah.
Speaking of tickets, let's talk about the box office. So this last weekend, at the box office, we had a new #1 movie. Box office in America has been really low. North America has been really low lately, but we still have a new number.
They've got nothing coming out. It's shit.
It's 5 degrees out. It's cold and miserable, and nobody wants to go.
And nobody gives a flying.
Yeah.
Right.
In the summer, it's nice. You got air conditioning. You go into the theater, cool off a bit, whatever. Nobody wants to go out in 5-degree winter and sit for a 3-hour movie
Jesus.
and watch Bald Mark.
What is this? What is this?
Called Flight Risk. It is an action thriller directed by Mel Gibson, and it stars Mark Wahlberg as a balding, unhinged pilot. The #1 movie in America, 11.6 million at the box office this last weekend. Mufasa still hanging in there, and One of Them Days and Sonic is still. Sonic and Moana are both hanging in there.
Just let him do a TED. Just let him do a TED 3. Because if this is what he's doing at this fucking point,
did he just take off
I'm
his
down for a TED 3. I'd watch TED 3.
Did he just take off his Bruce Willis toupee and this is real Mark Wahlberg, or did he?
Come on,
put on a bald cap.
That is not Stick's real hair. You better shut your mouth, BK. I just it doesn't make much sense what you're saying. I didn't know Mel Gibson still directs movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really? After Jesus?
Not often.
He did Jesus and then this, I guess. I don't know.
He did Apocalypto. It's one of the best movies ever.
No, that is not. You are fucking wrong, sir.
Apocalypto was one of the most beautiful.
That shit is not, sir. That shit is not.
Ancient Aztec, so I don't know if it was right or not.
I mean, Sonic 3 is good.
What does that have to do with anything?
I can't say anything about this. This is fucking sounds stupid. This is why the movie theaters are going to crash because they put flight risk in.
It's January.
Oh,
And
January.
And we'll forget about it when it gets warm out and all the dumb Cape shit movies start coming out and the numbers get real big.
They're gonna need them.
And speaking of Cape shit movies, we got a logo and a behind-the-scenes picture from Supergirl: Women of Tomorrow.
Oh, cock,
That's
baby.
what it's gonna look like.
Oh, cock.
Bruce Fur, I hope you're excited. That's all
I think they
have to
should have
say
done
about
I think they should have just had Flops do a butt cheek fucking sketch for this, and I think it'd get guys more excited about it. So I think,
this.
I
There's
think
still
that would
time.
have worked.
There's still time. He's
All right,
moving
all right.
out for like, you know.
I'd buy it.
I wasn't saying it's gonna happen,
I'm there.
but hey, my man,
Take my
that
money.
plays Flash Gordon's gonna be in Detroit soon, so I'll talk to him about see if we can.
Sam
get that
Jones?
temporary. Yeah, Sam Jones. Take it. I gotta go. I gotta come home. Am I going to a ski trip? One of the two.
Hey,
I'm either coming home.
the Ted TV series was actually surprisingly pretty damn funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah. Yep. I love
All
Sam
right,
Jones. He's
moving on with the news. So Godzilla versus Kong. You know, we're all fans of the Godzilla anyway.
Nice.
Caitlin Dever has joined the cast for the sequel. So there is a sequel coming. So that's kind of the news. But they're going to focus more on the humans.
No.
No,
That's
absolutely
what it's
fucking not.
That's what it's
I'm
about.
sorry. I'm sorry. Monarch was better than this fucking movie.
Hold
And
on.
Monarch focused
No.
more
No,
on the people.
you're wrong. Here, how about this? How about just do this as like a straight to streaming Paramount Plus or HBO fucking movie? I can do that. Like a Saturday, like
No, it
old school
reminds me
Saturday
of,
movie.
what was the first Godzilla that had Quicksilver in it?
Not
Like they focused more on the people than they did Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla, where you only see him for
The first
like
Godzilla,
last
when
2
they
seconds.
revamped
Yeah.
this iteration of Godzilla.
Yeah.
They focused in on Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, but they were together in that movie. And
Which is
that was both of them.
which is kind of weird.
Kind of weird, yeah.
I like the
So
crazy silliness of the last one. I saw it with my son. They're in the middle of the earth. They're just
It was kind of
giant
fun, but
kaiju fighting, and it had made
Dude,
no sense, but it didn't matter. He had a power.
Hold
glove.
on.
I watched it.
All I wanted.
You don't go to a kaiju movie to see fucking like regular human beings telling you about their fucking feelings. You go there.
I watched it a week after watching Monarch, and maybe that's my problem because I really enjoyed
Maybe.
Monarch. It was a great series.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, a series is fine. I'm just saying, like, I'll go to the movie to watch fucking Kong and Godzilla on the screen, but I'm not in all the rest of them. But I'm not fucking shit. You could just give us like, yeah. I mean, there's so much you could do with it that's great, but I'm not going to the theaters to see this shit if they're not featured heavily in it. Like, I'm just not. And I'm probably not going to watch it in one sitting either. So
I also might be biased because, like I said, I saw it with my son, and he was like, "Oh, that was great," because he, kid, he don't care. He just wants to see the big monsters fight. He doesn't care about, like you said, feelings and.
Well, yeah,
no,
dude, I'm not a kid, but guess what? I want to see the same thing. I want to go there to see big monsters fucking fight.
I understand everything that you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. But in this young lady's defense, even Terry Floyd says she was great and Justified. That's where you know her from, Marco.
Oh,
and then
she's the hillbilly girl.
Yeah.
Wait, is she the hillbilly drug dealer girl?
Yeah.
And she will be in the next season of Last of Us as well,
which is fine. That's good.
April.
That's
don't
all
give
I
a
can say. All I can say is I look forward to the Caitlin Dever popcorn container.
Oh wait, where was this?
For the-
Yeah, I need high art in my kaiju movies. Like, dude, I get it, and she was perfectly fine as like a little meth head dealer in or whatever they were dealing in Justified.
She's a weed dealer.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's dealing weed because
She's a grower. She's a grower.
It's a great time because we've got Godzilla -1 for the human side of things and the depth and the meaning, and then this for just mindless passion. It's great.
Yeah, mindless nonsense.
It's win-win. It's win-win.
Don't ruin it. Yeah.
Will Kong get over his carpal tunnel by the time we get into the
Maybe.
next movie?
Dude, why do people knock that gauntlet? I think the gauntlet was cool as fuck. And I don't even understand why people have, like, dude, they're huge ass monsters that live in the center of the fucking earth. And we can't, how did that guy build the gauntlet so fucking fast? Shut the fuck up. None of it's real. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's a valid question, but yes, the same point.
How do those monsters live in the middle of fucking earth? How about that question? Nobody asked that
Let's go there first. All right. Garth Ennis Crossed movie, which Marco has
Which I still don't understand how they're making this.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know how they're making it, but it has a director. So
that's exactly what I think the director of this would look like. By the way, that is if you were like, if you gave me a panel like, and this guy's picture was with like 5 other dudes.
You know, it looks like Joe's brother with a shorter beard.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody else, and I'm not going to tell you till later, but it does look like somebody else we know now. And yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, he's done a movie called The Sadness, which is dealt with a virus that turns people violent. So this it's a pandemic-stricken world movie, so this is kind of...
Yeah, cool. The first question I think somebody needs to ask him is, how are you going to portray somebody being penetrated by a severed arm in the anus? And then like how he explains that, we're gonna know the level of fucked up this fucking book's
the level that this has to be tampered down to be on the screen is...
What do you, Flops, you're the only artist in here. What do you got on this one, bud?
So I think everyone has to remember in Crossed there's the layered nuance and just like the scene where all the Crossed jizzing on arrows or bullets or whatever it is.
Yes.
There's so many metaphors there.
Yeah. There is not. They just like gore porn, bro. That's all they do.
You gotta remember the intention behind those layers.
So whenever we dig here, I have a friend, and whenever we're digging deep, he'll be like, "Oh shit, what about this?" And it's always when he's got a cross book, he'll throw it like, you're digging, you're serious, you're going looking for books, and he'll put it in front of my face, and it's one of those scenes, like the one you described, or something like that. And it just stops you in your tracks and go like, "Get that shit out of here." And he'll always be like, "Hey, first appearance of being anally arred with a severed arm while getting banged in the mouth." Like, hey, yeah, I guess that is the first appearance of that in comics. I didn't know. I don't keep track of that.
It just seems odd if somebody's going to take an Ennis project that he's done, that they would choose this to be like, this is what we have to put on screen of everything that Garth Ennis has done.
Has Ennis ever worked with Tim Vigil? Because those two really could make some magic.
Hey, pause, Kingdom of Nerds. I didn't say that. Pause.
I want to find that clip. Where are we?
No, you are.
Oh, we're 15 in.
There we go.
All right, moving on.
Dude, that guy smile. He should not smile like that. That's not a good deal. All right.
Zach Kreger is directing a Resident Evil reboot, and we don't know where it's going to go. A bidding war has definitely is out there right now. Warner Brothers is interested. Netflix is interested, along with a couple other studios. And this movie is supposed to be more horror focused and more along the lines of the original games that came out. So
did they do a TV show? They did a TV show.
They did movies.
They did a lot of things.
Yeah, no, they did.
They did. It wasn't that bad. People fucking hate it. I mean, they just fucking smoked the shit out of it. But I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I don't remember the TV show. I did see a couple of the old Mila Jovovich movies.
We also remember.
I'm always happy to see Mila Jovovich.
This was a fun video game.
I watch it pass it any day.
Let's level set here. Remember, this was a fun video game to play. This wasn't Shakespeare. Like, let's not pretend. Oh, they're going back to the original source material. I'm like, what, jump scares? Like, that's what it was. Like, the whole game was based off of jump scares.
That's all it was. Yeah,
yeah. And an umbrella. Cool. Okay, fair.
Umbrella Corporation.
Yep.
All right. Then we have a sequel coming.
Nope.
Stop this.
A sequel.
Nope.
To the Labyrinth. Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
Eggers. Oh God, I don't want Eggers to do this. I love Eggers, and I don't want him to do this.
Yeah, he's working with Sion. I believe that's how to pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know what that is.
That's his guy he's writing the script with, or person he's writing the script with. They wrote The Northman together, and they are working on Werewolf together as well. So it's supposed to be a sequel, direct sequel, not a reimagining, not a redoing, just a sequel to this movie. So yeah.
Nope.
There you go.
I just think it's unnecessary.
I would rather have Eggers focus on better other projects.
Hey, plus, didn't what's his name die?
David Bowie is no longer been dead.
Yes. When the world started going to shit.
I got one right, dude. I got one right.
You did get one right.
Jennifer Connelly's still alive, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep. there's a Dr. Seuss, another Dr. Seuss adaptation coming to theaters. It will be released on March 17th, 2028. Animated and Oh, the Places You'll Go. Moving on.
This just reminds me of
What's
this
that?
reminds me of the Office episode where Michael wanted to get that book, but he's like, I couldn't get it, so I got Redfoot, Bluefoot. It's the same thing.
Dude, we had back in the 90s, we had some manager fucking read that book to us in a fucking meeting. She took it really seriously. And then's like, you know, if you guys just I'll give me $10, I'll get you your own copy. Like we couldn't go to the store and get the shit ourselves. But what the fuck are you doing reading this like in an office space to adults? Like, first off, go fuck you. Thank God you got fired because you were a worthless piece of shit. Number two, it could have been because you started off your meetings reading this fucking thing to a bunch of adults.
It's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. It's a little extra.
I don't know what that means. I'm just telling you that I just thank God I was doing a lot of drugs back then, so I didn't have to listen to her fucking go on.
That would have at least made it interesting.
Right.
I do that. You just zone the fuck
Many
out
Dr.
after
Seuss
2
thing
seconds.
was better with drugs. So the Lost Boys, the musical, is coming to Broadway.
You're saying words that don't belong together.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently, Bruce likes it.
I'm down. Who's playing sax man?
Of course, Matt likes that. Of
Who's
course,
the
Matt.
sax player. That's what I want to know.
Oh, sexy saxophone.
So this is coming to Broadway in the spring of 2026. So
Well, good. Bruce can go then.
Away. About a year away.
Okay. What were the comic books they had in this movie?
I just know the sequels were god awful.
Wait, you know, that reminds me. Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Flops, you said you were going to be doing those corner boxes for what was the bottle?
Bottleneck Gallery.
Bottleneck
At some
Gallery.
point.
Bottleneck Gallery did those Lost Boys comics back in the day, which were also pretty cool. The vampire books in the movie, like they actually made those comics, like the vampires everywhere. It was direct from the Bottleneck Gallery. So that's what when you said that about you doing the corner boxes there, that's what I thought it was, the Lost Boys, because they did those books. And yeah, just awesome. I ordered it.
Yeah, they're good.
Sorry. Side note.
It's all good. Let's talk about some streaming news. We got a little trailer, just a mini little thing, but for Alien Earth. And this is a FX show, Hulu, FX and Hulu. This premieres on FX this summer. And just this little tiny clip, I don't know what it was, like 20, 30 seconds. It was fantastic.
Noah Hawley can do no wrong. Legion is awesome. Fargo is awesome. Noah Hawley can do no wrong in my book. This will be awesome.
Yeah, so I made my wife watch this. She's never seen an Alien movie or anything, and so I had her watch this. And she's like, I'm like, yeah, don't you want to watch some of the old stuff to get an idea? She goes, it's about an alien that attacks people and impregnates them, right? I'm like, well, yeah, it's pretty good breakdown. And she goes, yeah, I don't need to know anything else. I'm good.
No, you don't worry about the...
You don't
need to worry about Prometheus and...
Hold on. What was the last one you guys made me watch?
Romulus.
And okay, so do you guys think
grown ass man? Nobody made you watch anything.
Do you think?
I didn't watch Romulus.
Do you guys think this looks better than that?
This looks great. This little clip that I saw looks fantastic.
I have, like I said, the person that's writing it, I have 100% faith in.
I liked Romulus. You didn't like Romulus?
I liked it.
It was okay.
I just didn't care about any of the characters in Romulus. I couldn't care less if all of those characters died at the end.
Plus, you knew they were all
including
dead, right? Too?
Bad CGI Ian Holm.
Okay.
Well, they Romulus fixed it by the time I got to see it.
Well, dude, two people, Flops and Pete, think it's great. Everybody else thinks
it was good.
I think it was terrible.
It was an alien movie. I'm going to watch any goddamn alien movie they put in front of me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the difference between Romulus and what we got with Covenant and stupid Prometheus, where we had the stupidest scientists.
Joe, I can't put that up, but you're right.
It made no sense. Like, these guys are supposed to be scientists going to new planets, and their whole plan is, I'm going to take my helmet off and poke a cobra with my finger, and oh my God, it bit me. Like, what? It didn't make any sense. They were all idiots in those movies.
But I got Danny. I got some Danny McBride. That's always fun.
Yeah. Romulus made sense. They were desperate. They were trying to get some stuff. They got attacked. Yeah.
FX always has cool shit on it, though, too.
FX does have good. FX has a history of having good shows. Shogun was on FX. So
Shogun was. So was Justified.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And
did you guys get Shogun, Flop?
Yeah, Yeah, it's we get all of the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus, so it's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like
Shogun was
Shogun.
great.
Shogun was
Old
great.
Man was great. Jeff Bridges.
I
That
love
was a fun
both. I mean,
series.
I like the original too.
I don't think I saw Old Man.
All right, let's so we found out that this guy right here is going to be playing Sinestro. His name is Ulrich Thompson.
Oh yeah. My boy
and
from
he will
Banshee.
be- so he's on the I mean, he could looks like he could do it. So
Yeah, he's got a fucking I'm a jackass looking face with that butt chin. So I think he's good. I like
What's
it.
wrong with a butt chin? I got under this beard. There's a butt chin.
Well, that's why you have a beard, so people don't know that you have a butt.
I got what it's known as the Renna cleft, as my grandmother said it when my brother was born.
Yeah, I mean, this
got
guy,
the Renna cleft.
he looks like a dude that's pissed off a lot. So good for him. Let's go.
I just heard Ulrich von Liechtenstein when you said his name. That's all I heard.
Plus, too, like he's got to have a lot of CGI to him, right? I mean, he's gonna have
he's
red
gonna be
skin
pink.
and
right.
yeah.
Or you can just paint.
Nobody could be upset about this, right?
We're all good.
I don't know. Yeah, what to be upset about?
No,
He's
all
gonna
right,
be
cool.
magenta and have a slick back.
Green Lantern 56. That's
Ooh,
what's going on.
magenta.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're probably gonna talk about this later a little bit, but I don't like to do spoilers, but this was in the news and it was kind of everywhere. So this is what Daredevil will be in this Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show, and this is what he looks like. And he's
Well,
gonna be voiced by
hold on. It came out like 2 weeks ago that Cox had said that he was going to be in the show. So
yeah, that's right. I didn't talk about it, but then it was like evereverywhere. So then I was
So
like,
if you want to see Cox, watch your Friendly Neighborhood Spider.
yeah, you want to see some Cox?
there you go. There you go.
Him and his butt chin. Yeah, that's I mean, the art as a whole is interesting. It seems like they kind of budgeted out the Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I don't have a problem with it because it kind of reminds us of like our childhood watching these cartoons, right? Like none of them were. It wasn't cutting like.
Well, let's talk about it in the reviews. So let's.
Oh well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying the style in general. Like you had X-Men, as Flops will know, and they had like the 3 things, and Wolverine did this like 15 times a fucking show and shit. So it wasn't like they were.
It wasn't like He-Man though, where they just use the same. Hey, they're gonna fall and roll. Hey, look.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. But He-Man's like, but we grew up on He-Man too, or GI Joe, where it was like, hey, we're just gonna have some red and blue lasers shoot across the screen for 10 minutes.
They're not going to hit shit.
Not gonna hit anything.
Parachute.
I mean, I guess this gives you a little bit of nostalgia. I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched the. I know you watched the first episode, but some of us have real jobs where we have to work and make money, Dub. So not all of us can sit around all day just watching fucking.
I watched it because you guys told me to watch it.
Blame
I
JJ.
wish they'd crank out more animation. Just they should crank out more Disney Marvel animation.
Exactly.
You can't be any
It's
worse than
fun,
that
it's
Silver
easy,
Surfer
it's-
shit. Yeah.
I mean, there has to be less, critical hate for animation when it's coming out. Less investment.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's all right.
I think they could. I think the fucking
Blame
haters can hate
JJ.
anything.
All right, I'm gonna
our
move on.
silent
I didn't
producer
even know
in
it
the
was
back.
coming out.
It was his fault.
Spider-Man.
Kumail Nanjiani has reportedly been cast in Fallout Season 2. So for those of you who
For now,
watched
it's a
Fallout
snack.
Season 1, I thought it was a fantastic show.
Good
Really
show.
good. I don't know. There was not much I didn't like about it. I didn't really play the games, but I love the show, and I'm excited to see this next season. So yeah, he's gonna
for last year
reportedly be in there.
behind Shogun and Penguin, like Fallout was right there for me.
Yeah, I could give this a number 3 after those two. Absolutely.
And as usual, I'm not saying to bootleg anything, but if you're going to bootleg something, make sure you bootleg Prime Video. So
You and your Amazon hatred.
they fucking suck.
All right, moving on to comic news. So here's where we're gonna talk about some somewhat serious things, I guess. We'll start off with Boom. Boom has moved to Penguin 3 months early.
No,
So we've
that's
been
not a big
talking
surprise.
about the whole
The Great
we've been talking
Migration.
about the bankruptcy, all this migration, where are these people going to end up? We already knew Boom was going to Penguin, and they were supposed to do it on July 1st, and now it's going to happen on April 1st, which is not a joke.
Yeah.
So this is the first one. I mean, this is shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Things are shaking
So
up.
here's what I'm going to say.
significantly.
Here's what I'm going to say real quickly. I think people are forgetting 2 things about Diamond. And look, I've never been a defender of them, but they are the people who run Free Comic Book Day, and they also put out the preview magazine. And it does not look like those two things. Not saying that we should make them, just keep them afloat, just to continue those things. But what day is Free Comic Book Day?
May the 4th.
I don't know.
And what day is every publisher switching over to one of the big two distributors now?
Looks like it's in April now.
Looks like April 1st is the big day.
Hmm.
But that being said, a lot of times those Free Comic Book Day books get there a lot earlier than they.
Hey, if your doors are shut, you ain't shipping shit.
I don't think you're gonna worry.
You ain't gonna ship shit.
So, oh no, we might not see big sweaty men knocking over children to get free comic books.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Children's comic books.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't know. Joe, I still take my kids every year, and they always get something there, and then we usually spend a couple $100.
This isn't Costco and Pokemon.
That's
cards.
what I like to do as well. I just think.
Yeah.
About the intention.
Yeah.
And then also Vault and Mad Cave are moving over to Lunar as well.
Uh-huh.
I believe Vault was already available at Lunar, but now it's just going to be only at Lunar for the direct distribution. We talked about Vault doing direct distribution last week, but now there will be a Lunar. Both of these will be available through your Lunar as well.
I just wonder now,
pulled
like
back a few of their titles as well and turned them into graphic novels, I believe.
Yeah, there was some kind of anime graphic novel. There were the month of anime type novel, graphic novels, and I think that's just a gimmick, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, I think there are a few of there are newer ongoing series that were planned or whatever. I think they're combining them into a graphic novel.
Not putting out the individuals.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's two parts that's kind of good and bad about this. Like, it's good because now there's going to be distributors here in the U.S. that are competitors of each other because you got Schuster and you've got Penguin, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same point, like, if you're the last guy on the ship, what grade of a deal are you getting, right? Because if you're the last guys getting off the Diamond ship, like, what type of deal are you going to get out of these two guys is what I'm kind of concerned about, especially for some of these smaller independent deals. You know what I mean? Since they've already had DC for a long time, they've already had Marvel for a long time. Image moved over. I don't know, man. I hope the best for them. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I hope they get to keep publishing books.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
That helps all of us,
especially Vault.
Yep.
I love their books.
Yeah.
I still need my Money Shot books.
I need my Barbaric. I need my Lilith.
Yeah, Barbaric. All right, so let's talk about some new comics coming out. So Godzilla versus Hulk.
Why?
Well, these are all one shots. We got Godzilla versus Spider-Man that we talked about last week, and so this is going to be Godzilla versus Hulk.
Flops, you're down for this? You're buying this?
I'm excited about it, but I'm so distracted by the eyeball on Godzilla that
it looks a bit Muppetish.
Not that it looks like Hulk just threw something right down his throat.
It looks like
hey, on the plus side, it looks like Hulk doesn't have that Danzig hair anymore, so that's something.
Oh, I like the Danzig hair.
We don't like the long hair Hulk.
I didn't like Danzig Hulk. No.
Wow. I was fine with the Danzig Hulk.
But maybe this is baby Godzilla, not real Godzilla.
Godzuki?
Yeah, Godzuki always had like a big eye.
Minya.
Yeah.
Godzilla looks like he got a little bit surprised in the back door, and he's like, "Ooh!" Like he wasn't expecting it.
So this comes out on April 16th from Marvel, of course.
I wish I hope they get other covers. That one Spider-Man.
Spidey was good.
Was I not talking?
Well, I did it before you started talking. I apologize.
But the Spider-Man one where they added more like Japanese lettering to it and everything else, I think like if we start getting crossover colors like that, and maybe you're right, maybe not big eyeballed Godzilla. I think some of these covers are gonna be pretty sweet.
The fight covers they're doing are fun. The the fight poster.
Yeah, absolutely. I love those.
When they did the Godzilla month, the theme month, they half-assed a lot of those. It was like, hey, let's put the X-Men here, Godzilla over here. Like they weren't interactive. It's just like, let's put Godzilla on it. Like they didn't really think a lot of them through. So hopefully some of these are good.
What was that, Pops?
I've not seen those ones yet. It's I'll be going straight on Google.
Yeah. The movie poster ones are fun.
Yeah, the movie poster ones are dope. I like
Spidey versus Godzilla, and there's a Hulk versus Godzilla one too.
Yeah,
pretty nice.
All right, what do we got next? Sorry, now I'm good, bud.
Fantagraphics is republishing
Yay.
some Lost Marvels. So this is Tower of Shadows, 9 issues as a hardcover. So there's a bunch of work in here from like Wally Wood, John Romita, Steranko, Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson. So
where's my flops variant on this one?
Well, that's a good question.
Fantagraphics puts out some of the best stuff, though. They put out quality stuff.
So this will be out on April 30th.
Who's the top left panel? Can anyone name who that artist is? Because I can't place it.
Yeah, I ain't either.
I thought it might have been Paul Gulacy, but I don't see that name anywhere on the list. So I'm just trying to figure out which one of those it could be.
No, it could be. It could still be.
They just didn't credit him.
Yeah, they just didn't credit him yet. But you figure you credit the people on the.
Nah, not necessarily.
There's a few different people there. Don't know. I love it.
Is this interior panels?
This is. That's what the front is. It's interior panels.
Yeah, they're full interiors kind of.
Because it's Tar Shadow. Like they didn't get the stories from the interior panels. Didn't get in with the rest of them. So
their Wally Wood hardbacks are fantastic. It just collects a bunch of DC stuff.
What does this run typically, Joe?
I don't think they're that expensive. They're like $25. I thought
so 25 to 35. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me grab see what one of my Wally Wood ones is.
Yeah, I think it's not that bad. Hartman loves them too. Good stuff. That's cool.
It'd be cool.
All right, Joe,
we don't have to wait for him to get back. He can tell us in the time. 34.
It was $29.99.
Yeah, so this one's gonna be $34.99, 35. So I was right. Yeah, right there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I mean it's a nice quality hardback.
What the fuck?
Cypress Hill is getting
Insane in the membrane.
Second hardcover. This is a graphic novel. Sorry. So this will be about their album Black Sunday, the 30th. It's been 30 years since that album came out, so they're gonna talk about. I guess this is gonna be the story of the album in graphic novel.
It's only been 30 years. It
Only
seems like they're older
years.
than that.
What do you mean? That's it?
1995.
It just seems when Ice Cube's got a kid that's 30 years old or 40 years old, whatever that kid is,
who looks just like him, which is
that Cypress Hill's got to be at least 40 or something.
Yeah, but he could have had the kid before he put his albums out. I mean, it doesn't like those things don't have to.
I'm just saying, like,
you don't have to wait till you have an album out till you have a kid.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like it just seems time wise, Cypress Hill would be. I mean, well done.
That's right.
I get what you're saying.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, mid-90s.
What I'm saying is, you're looking at Cypress Hill. This is 30-year anniversary. When we were kids, you'd be looking at, hey, the Beatles. Like it's their 30th anniversary in 1989 or something, or 1984. Like that's what I'm.
Well, I'm thinking because West Side Connection had a beef with Cypress Hill in the 90s, in the mid to late 90s. So I figured that was after this album came out. That's why I'm doing the math on it. Okay, whatever. All right, go ahead.
So it's really interesting, that cover, because it looks like it's like a 90s music comic, like when you'd see adverts in Vertigo Comics for like Alice Cooper and Dave McKean.
It looks like a Dave McKean cover.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Like it's Sandman or Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
Yeah. One of the two.
From the time.
And then Sumerian is planning a sequel to Total Recall.
Okay.
Here's the 5.
That's an option. I mean, that's an option.
Hey, Sumerian puts out. The American Psycho was a lot of fun that they did.
But we know he got his ass to Mars.
Yeah.
The Basic Instinct was fine.
Spoilers.
Well, I mean, if you do remember, Minority Report and Total Recall are loosely related. It's all Filipino.
That's not help selling this book, Joe. That's making it fucking worse.
So I read a little synopsis.
It has to
do team up movie now.
Yeah, with Phil. You know, Phil is on the planet. He has a daughter. He's trying to protect his daughter, and he's taking pills to make him forget what happened before, and then he has dreams. So,
all right, can I ask you a question?
Gives these people air.
Hey, unless one of the variants becomes a connecting cover, a foil of triple boobs, what are we doing here?
The best thing about that movie is listening to, if you have the DVD, listen to the audio track with Paul Verhoeven and Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the commentary because they're both pissed drunk through the whole thing, and it is pure laughs for an hour and a half. It's fantastic.
Minority Report was good. I thought Minority Report was good. Cosmic what?
So April 16th is when this will be coming out. If you would like to partake.
Okay.
All right. And then
he needs to do the triple boob cover. Can he do the
I
triple?
like Colin Farrell, but
hey, you can do her over time, so
Farrell.
she's triple boob one, and then her shirt starts to come up, and then keeps going through it.
I volunteer.
3 boobies.
3 boobies, the 3 boobie cover.
So in December we got
like
some Marvel vs. Capcom covers.
Yeah.
We're gonna dip back into that well, and there are 9 more coming in April. Unfortunately, we are focusing a lot on X-Men this time around.
There's nothing wrong with that. At least it's not Cyclops.
We already got Cyclops.
We already got him.
So
Yeah, I know,
in
but
the
it's
last
shit.
one. And then here's the last 3, all X-Men. Well, at least Magneto's in there, so at least you got one good one.
I like these covers. Some of them are good. The Storm one is good. The Rogue one is kind of fun. The Psylocke one is fantastic.
Hey, why does Colossus
sucks.
look like Liefeld Captain America?
What the fuck
That's
is
a good
Juggernaut
question.
doing?
It's just hitting the bench hard.
Yeah, these are all done by Bendis.
Wait, hold
He's
on.
the
Is
guy who did-
is Liefeld Captain America as the fair or like just known over there as it is over here?
Yes.
Like a walking joke. Nice. Good. Nice.
We saw all of the top 20 Liefeld drawing articles that have happened over the years, and all of the. Well, I don't want to bitch about other artists, but that one who traces porn, he's a common one in conversations.
What did he say? The one who does what?
Traces
know the one.
pornography.
Tracy,
You know the one.
Oh, I know who he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
We can say the name, but
Yeah, it's all right. No, we have an artist on. We're not gonna knock on our
Yeah,
artist.
we're
over
not.
here.
Yeah, we're not.
Liefeld, well, hold on. Liefeld, because he's an asshole's free game. Like he just is a jackass. So like he's free game because he probably
He takes it,
doesn't know who
though.
you are, but he'd say shit about you anyways behind your back. So he's free game. But everybody else will just
Honestly, the amount of Rob Liefeld comics that I've gone through over the years, and I've just absolutely loved every second because I'm viewing it as the fun that it's supposed to be. But yeah, some people get so angry.
Yeah. Well, he also takes it very seriously. I don't think he thinks it's as fun as some people. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, sometimes people are like, oh, I thought that was really ironic. And he's like, it wasn't ironic. Blocked. You're blocked. It was not ironic.
Wasn't ironic that every character has the face of Rob Liefeld?
It wasn't ironic that you just copied a bunch of DC characters and put it in there. Nope.
It worked.
What happened there?
That was our last slide.
What was
There was
oh,
one
okay.
that I left on from last time on accident.
yeah,
And
we
with
didn't.
We wrap up the news.
News. Good shit on news. All right.
Boys, well, I'm calling it a night. Thank you.
Thank
very
you,
much.
Joe.
Yeah.
Great seeing you, Flops. You'll be seeing my IG streams of all of your covers when they come in the mail.
Yeah, I'm going to leave as well. It's been great seeing everybody.
Anytime, Flops. It was great
awesome.
having
Thank
you,
you
man.
so much for hanging out.
You
Yeah,
are
we
welcome.
appreciate you. Once again, make sure you guys check out the links below. Make sure you guys hit that Kickstarter up. We'd
Thank you.
appreciate it. He'd obviously appreciate it. We'll see you
Thanks
later,
very
bud.
much for all of the help and support, and have a nice evening.
Thank you. You two get some sleep, bud.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Take
Get some
care.
rest. I know it's late over your way.
Oh yes.
Take care. Thanks.
And see you later,
Take
Joe.
care.
Thanks for popping in.
Thanks for having me in.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Now
still
that we
got
got
some
all the
reviews?
Huh?
We still got some reviews.
Yeah, let's do reviews. We still got the time. Let's do the reviews.
I've got 13 minutes before I need to stop drinking.
I have a mini under the radar for us. Added
you're
one
moving
at,
under the
added one at the last minute. So surprise.
Okay.
Might be,
All
a
right.
pro- might be a
All right, let me run the thing, and we have a short reviews because we don't have a lot this week.
Yeah, for sure. He goes, the guy who traces porn, and everyone's like, no, I'm not gonna say anything in the chat. Just
Yeah, I know. It was in the chat.
All right, what do we got?
All right. Well, first up,
Please.
speaking of, I was thinking this when Dub had in the news, the Labyrinth sequel, because that's what this book actually ended up being.
That's fair.
Silverhawks #1. Did either of you guys get to this one, or am I on my own? with
I
this
read it.
one? It was.
I flipped through it.
It was interesting the angle that they took. Like they didn't try to restart and say, "Hey, we're going to tell you who Silverhawk."
No.
This literally is like picking up, and they're going to give us a new version.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of thinking. But like, it's like, remember when Batman was like old Batman, and then like who was it? Which
Dark
Robin
Knight?
took over? Yeah, and then which Robin took over? And he was just old Batman the whole time, just being a curmudgeon.
What?
What are you talking?
You know when
about?
he was old, when Bruce Wayne turned old. Do you remember that arc? in
Frank
Batman?
Miller's Dark Knight.
Is that? Yeah, probably that's
Dark
it. I
Knight
don't know.
Returns.
Well, he then still had robot Batman things going out there.
No, there was the other one. One of the ones when he was old.
Well, with Batman Beyond, he was old, and
Yeah,
then
Batman
he
Beyond.
had-
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Batman
Oh,
Beyond. Sorry,
okay.
Batman Beyond.
I was like, it wasn't a Robin. That's why
No.
he-
Yeah,
he
that's
threw
not
me off.
Robin.
Yeah, sorry. Batman Beyond. You're right. I feel like this is going to have Batman Beyond vibes, right? Is that what we're going for here?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, they're like,
Okay.
hey, we got the old Silverhawks. Let's teach the new crew how to be Silverhawks to fight.
I
you
kind
know.
of don't actually have a problem with it, except for it's the same fucking, spoiler alert, same fucking bad guy.
Well, yes.
So the bad guy's going to be 6,000 years old, but
What
you
was
guys
it?
are just...
Well,
maybe
it's
the
the same
bad
bad
guy's gonna
guy
have
from
to be
this and Space Jam. It's the Monstars. I think.
Yeah, it is Monstars.
I think it's Monstar. So, just saying.
Yeah, Kingdom Come had bat robots. Thank you for looking that up on Wikipedia, BK.
No, it wasn't terrible, but I also didn't love the art. The interior art.
wasn't-
There's a shit ton of great covers. The interior art was all right, but it was lacking in a lot of places.
Is
In my
the squid still involved in Silverhawks?
I don't
Not
remember
that I
seeing a
saw.
squid in this
I
book.
Squid in this book. It's like, so this is done 100 years in the future, right?
Yeah, why 100 years?
Did I freeze or did
Yeah,
Pete?
Froze?
yeah, you got,
Oh, I
like-
think Pete froze.
Pete froze. All right, Pete, you froze there. 100 years in the future. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just, but I think they're going to bring a lot of stuff back there to have nostalgia to it. I actually didn't find it that terrible. I'm going to give it a crooked thumbs up because I'll check
Yeah.
out the next one, but I'm not sure I'm going to go much further than that.
That seems about right. I'm
Yeah.
also with you. It wasn't terrible. Like I said, the interior art was a little wonky at times. Surprisingly, the background and atmosphere was better than like the character work. Like, the character work was very.
It also got
Kinda
confused. It kind of got confusing with the new guys too because they all look the same.
They look exactly like the Silverhawk. Like,
Yeah.
When the new guy becomes the new Silverhawk, I'm like, how is this guy different?
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah, like
tell.
at first I didn't know if it was just younger them or if it was like them and then we're getting a weird story or not, but then whatever.
Well, again, because to me, it comes down to the art. The characters weren't really differentiated. Like,
That's what I'm saying. They didn't differentiate from anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody looks
It's like, oh, your name's Stan, so are you. You're Stan.
oh,
You're
hey,
Stan.
nice to meet you. All right.
You're Tim and you're Tom. Like, I can't tell you two apart.
I try, and all right. So we had Indie Book, so I decided to go Indie Book next. I tried to get to it. I didn't have time. I will check this out.
I think BK recommended us a week ago, which I think he just does it because he knows I love 2000 AD. But shout out to him because I'll always read 2000 AD. The dude and BK, don't say fucking shit in the comics because I'm gonna give you a compliment. The Judge Dredd story here, it's got the mutants in it too. It is like quintessential good Judge Dredd. If you're ever gonna pick up 2000 AD to read a judge, the only thing that they had is they had a dog in here who talks, which is kind of weird. Spoiler alert. But besides that, still really cool. Love the artwork was really good. It was like very standard, generic, like what you expect out of Judge Dredd. Because sometimes they get different people in there to do other stuff. What other was it? The other three stories.
You get a Rogue Trooper?
There was no Rogue Trooper in this one.
No Rogue Trooper?
No Rogue Trooper. No. One of the stories here was just a miss. They had a story where it's like a guy who he's kind of like the Constantine with a sword. That was actually pretty good. I like that story. And I think it was the fourth story I liked too. The third story I was kind of bored with. But that happens in it. Like, hey, they give you a bunch of different ones. So should be the
pick the one you
season.
like. Cool.
Wait, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're giving, so BK picked this book, you're saying?
I don't know because I sent him the list and then I read something above and I think he actually went ahead. I was picking 2000 AD anyways,
Yeah, so BK picked a book that you're already going to read and like, and now you're giving him credit for it. That doesn't make any sense.
BK's already saying he doesn't like it, apparently. So, so you guys still do not agree.
Well, that's fair. Then he's wrong. I think it's because they had a dog thing in there, which is fine. I still thought like just the art and the tone of it was great. And Dogs just starts chewing a dude's neck off. Like that's pretty solid. Some dude's face explodes, and they have the mutants in there. Anytime you see a mutant's face get shot and just blown the fuck out, like that's classic Dread. I'm sorry you don't know about that, BK, because you couldn't read back then, and your mommy probably didn't give enough allowance.
Face get shot off. Yes, that's good.
What?
You just said anytime you see a mutant's face get shut off. That's good.
In Dread.
I said Disley. Yes. I'm thinking like
in Dread, yes. The mutants are way different in Dread. They're like this underground tunnel group of like humans that inbreed and got 4 arms and like, you know, summer teeth.
Kind of sounds like the X-Men.
No, that was Liefeld's X-Force.
6 arms?
Yes.
6 arms? Oh, X-Force.
No, like 3.
Well, technically Spiral. Yeah.
Holy shit. All right, moving along.
I'm just thinking of 4-arm, which, oh God, what a fucking creative name you had there. Hey, guess what? He's got 4 arms, but we're gonna spell it like 4 arms.
Hey, slow down. Cool. We're all fans of He-Man. So let's not talk about how we're gonna name fucking characters.
I'm not a fan of He-Man.
Hey, I'm fine with He-Man.
Who likes He-Man?
I do.
Oh.
I'll take a man-y faces over 4-arm any fucking day of the week. Anyway, all right. So there were our 2 indie books for the week. Let's go over to DC and see. I would have picked one of the Lex books.
There's no fuck you. I was gonna pick a Lex book, but then I said Lex in the City. I'm like, I'm not.
No, I wasn't gonna pick that one. I was gonna pick the other one, but
just because of that, I did it. I didn't know what this was.
The City.
Yes, it's Lex in the City.
It was called Lex in the City. Came out.
I thought, somebody corrected me. He's like, that's from when Carrie's in the city and she gets splashed with the curb. I'm like, well,
is that the chick? That's a chick TV show, right?
Well, yeah, I've seen
that book was based on the chick TV show. So I was like, yeah, dude, not doing that. Then I grabbed this because I figured this linked in for into that thing that they're doing. I was like, okay, cool. Who's the power company? And then I put 2 and 2 together. It's a February book, but
yeah, it's just jumped. It's a week early, but yes.
Yeah, which is fine. I read it, and I'm glad I picked it because it's just like 2000 AD. I got a couple good stories out of it. Like that's why I like these books, right? So this has got 4 different stories in it. It had a Green Lantern.
We had questions about the hot dog.
Oh my God, this guy right here, the guy in the front. He's got a hot dog that got like worms on it. He's got a glizzy. That is not. He has a glizzy.
Sauerkraut, man.
All of a sudden, he just shows up with a glizzy with worms in it. I'm like, this is gross. And then you had to see some dude's buttocks, which I'm like,
I think if you see the doctor, you can get there's a pill for that.
I think
it was just sauerkraut, man. That's all it was.
I don't know if that was sauerkraut, bro. It looked like worms. The story wasn't that bad, except for it was very DC-ish. So it started off well. But then, hey, the Green Lantern Cyborg story, I think, was probably the one I liked the best. The Bolt story was okay. I
don't know. I don't know how I feel about Batman playing spades.
Well,
it kind of like it felt weird when Batman was talking shit. Like
I don't. Yeah, hold on. The Batman and Robin
story. Picking up any books, kid. I'm like, what the fuck's he?
Yeah, the Batman and Robin story was just out of pocket. But I actually like.
Well, it wasn't Rob. It was Signal.
Or whatever. Who gives a shit?
I'm just saying.
Batman is psychic.
So that's not Future State Batman, right? That's not him. I'm not sure who Signal.
No, that's Signal right there.
Yeah, but I don't know who he was.
Yeah. No, but I actually think
that's Duke Thomas.
Duke Thomas, yeah. I think if they would have taken the power stuff from the beginning and then mixed in the Bolt stuff and put it together somehow, and then like you didn't have to give us the Cyborg Green Lantern story, but I thought that was good.
I see what does it. Wait, was it Batwing maybe that was playing spades with him? Maybe it wasn't Batman. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, it wasn't. Wait,
that was Bruce. I'll say maybe it was
not Bruce. It wasn't Bruce.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it was Batwing. You remember Lucius Fox
It is. It's
His
Lucius
son.
Fox.
Yeah.
His son. It's Lucius Fox's son.
I was speeding through it. I was
Well,
near
he's
the
the
end of my
Batman
workday.
in there. So when you
I
said
thought-
Batman, you didn't say Bruce Wayne. You said Batman.
I thought it was Bruce. That's what was hitting me wrong. I'm like, what the fuck is Bruce talking about playing spades?
No, it was
So weird.
But also too, Lucius Fox's son play whatever. I don't know. That was my least favorite out of the stories.
I'm here. Overall for the book, it was all right. There were a couple of good stories, a couple so-so stories.
Yeah, that's why I like you get
Nothing
4
great.
stories. I like you get 4 stories. I didn't know who that Green Lantern was, but I really like that character in Cyborg.
She was from the Far Sector or whatever.
Okay, whoever wrote that one and the Despero guy, that's fine. Yeah, Signal.
Hey, the Shazam dude.
Yeah. Balt.
What?
You're talking
I
about
don't remember what his name
Balt's
is.
the Shazam guy. Yeah. They also have Black Lightning there too.
One of the Marvel family.
Yes, Balt. Yes.
Bald.
I like that one. I mean, I like that one. I like that one. So that was good.
You full up
company was-
or
Huh?
You full or crooked?
The Ring of Power was really good, which was the one that had Balt and Hawkgirl in it. Unfinished Business had Cyborg and Green Lantern. And I thought that was a thumb up for sure.
That was the Despero one, right?
That was the Despero one. That was probably the best one. So I'm 2 for 2. I'm a little bit lost because we had Sweaty Ass Crack in the first one. So
I don't remember Sweaty Ass Crack. What are you talking about? I remember the hot dog, but I don't remember Sweaty Ass Crack.
Yeah, there's Sweaty Ass Crack in there.
Oh, okay. When he was up, he was blowing up.
Just
Okay.
for no reason. He just was like his ass crack was hanging, like his whole anus.
All right,
was hanging
I know
out.
what you're talking about now.
I don't understand why they're doing that, but whatever.
Interesting things that you're focusing on.
Yeah,
in
I
not.
don't think it was sweat. I think it was power ass crack. I think
Whatever. Whatever.
Energy was. He had a glowing ass crack.
Yeah, I just don't. It was just out of place. That was the
It
most
wasn't
out of place thing
glistening
of the book.
from sweat.
But I mean, you got 3 out of 4 of them were really good, and the Batman Robin one wasn't terrible. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
They just sat around on
thumbs
the
up.
rooftop playing spades.
Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, it could have been worse.
They could have given me a
guess.
full hand, so I knew what the fuck they were doing.
Well, I mean, the one thing that did gross me out was the maggots on the fucking hot dog.
It wasn't maggots, it was sauerkraut.
Whatever. All right.
All right. Last book of the day. Went over to Marvel. We didn't have a lot of options for Marvel either. So I went with Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Number 4.
Get the fuck out of here.
What? You didn't like it?
No, dude, this whole bullshit, like about the split personality. No, I just want this. I just want this run to be done.
Really?
I want
like
the
that
last
McCabe
run
run.
and this run to be done. It
I liked
feels
it.
well. This is why I didn't like it, because it feels
Okay,
like
go ahead.
they were trying to give you the notes of the first and second volumes, first and which is Mr. Knight.
That's like volume
4,
3.
So
maybe.
1, 2, and 4, right? But they just fuck it
Yeah,
up.
'cause one is the purple cover from the 80s. Volume 2 would technically be, I think, the David Finch run. So volume 3, the Warren Ellis run, I think is Mr. Knight.
No, yeah, isn't it 3 or 4? Well, okay.
3 or
So they're
4,
trying to
3
give you they're trying to give you the first and the third, but they fuck it up with all the fourth, which is the stuff that I just don't like. It like that Ghost of Khonshu crap, which is just like that's where you messed up in the first place. And by the way, like the whole like, oh, hold back, don't be angry, Moon Knight. It was stupid. It just was stupid. And then like
I'm fine with this.
you knew he can't die.
You
Crooked.
full down?
Crooked thumbs down. Crooked thumbs down.
Oh, crooked down.
Yeah, because it had some good shit. It did have some good
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. I was fine with this. I
the
didn't
art
think so much
wasn't
of that.
terrible. The art wasn't terrible in this book. Like it was decent art.
We are not talking about Keith Sweat.
No, this
Well, the
on
art.
the
You know what? I'm gonna go
cover-
crooked thumb up because you know what? The art was actually good in it. I'll give
Yeah.
it a crooked thumbs up. I'm switching.
I give this one a crooked thumbs up, as well as the last one that I gave a crooked thumbs up.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I was
We
speeding
didn't know
by.
you
That's
read
okay.
it. Did you read
I read the
it?
Batman one. I read Batman. I
Oh.
didn't read the first book.
Read the Green Lantern Cyborg one. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I thought that was decent.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Why was that guy? Why was that guy butt naked in that one scene?
Because his power blew his shit off. That's why.
He didn't have any clothes left. Yeah.
Like he was absorbing all the power, and he had to release.
That's really why.
Yeah, that's really why he had to get back to Steel. He's like, "You're late." You're like, "I know." He couldn't control his shit.
Yeah, I think he did take his shit out.
He had the Polka Dot Man release, like the Suicide Squad movie. He had to,
Harmon, you've been enjoying the new one, but I don't know. I think if you enjoyed the last one, the Ghost of Kaju or whatever, no. Oh yeah, he might have been butt naked listening to the piece of
ain't nothing wrong with that. I've been there before.
Yeah, I mean, if you like the Ghost, I think you would like this one. I just wasn't a fan of that run, so all right, but we'll take it. I mean, maybe we'll read the next one and see.
I don't know. I'm still liking Fist of Khonshu. I'm not loving it, but I
don't love it, but it wasn't bad.
I don't know. I guess I'm fearing like any minute. Like it just
I'm not to worry about what could.
There was a part in the middle where the wheels were starting to fall. It's like, wait, is that a flat tire? Oh no, it's not a flat tire. I just hit.
I'm not going to worry about what could happen. I'm just going with what we got.
No, but I'm saying in here there was parts that were just not. I don't want to spoil, but there's parts that I was just like, oh my god, please no.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get into our retro stuff.
We've decided to exclude BK from reviewing because he's just been terrible lately. So we didn't use any of his retro reviews this week. Instead, we've gone with two different books, a DC book and a Marvel book. The
Direct
DC
all your complaints to Marco this week.
No, Corbin.
Both books.
That's not true.
Corbin,
if you watch last episode, Corbin said, "Hey, we should review
this."
No, but somebody.
Well, I was doing the Marvel to Marvel. That's why I went.
Kitty Pryde and Wolverine #1. There are a bunch of comments about this because there's a new one coming out last week. So I decided. By the way, somebody called me out and said it wasn't as fucking horrible as you said it was, Marco. This was one of the greatest series of all times. Therefore, I decided to make us all suffer through and read this book. Man.
It wasn't terrible. It just
wasn't
I'm not saying it was good, but it wasn't.
I thought this book used to be a lot better than when I read it.
I'm crooked. Like, it was still fine. I mean, yeah. All right, she goes finds out her dad, and you got Ogun, and you got the
dad. The dad is fucking switching the family bank, but just kind of like corny. Like I got $1.25. I forgot my ice skates now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna drop through. It was just.
I gave my heart to Colossus, and he said, "Fuck off."
DM us anything, and we'll do it. Yes.
Yes,
you're more than welcome to do it.
Marco, any one of us, just let us know, and we'll.
Dude,
definitely...
you keep asking. I'm serious about this, BK. Stop with the Crayola notes about how we owe you money, because I will stop taking your recommendations. You can't threaten that you're going to sue us and then expect us to put up your books. Just not going to happen, BK. Just not going to happen. That's all I'm saying.
Just come out. We'll give you a hug.
No, I'm not hugging that dude. He probably smells.
Nope.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Anyways, I will tell you the beginning part. The writing was almost on par with cringiness, but it did kind of get better towards the end. So I'm gonna give it a quick thumbs up.
What, when she was talking about, I got my ice skates for a Hanukkah gift, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, not even that. No, it was just other stuff too. It was just
like, I'm going out ice skating today. It's a lovely day. I'm like, bitch, it's frozen outside.
What? And she's in Chicago. She's like, there's nobody around and shit like that. It just a lot of stuff didn't make sense in the beginning. Anyways, Dub, what do you got on this?
Nope.
Oh, I
knew that. That was good.
Ooh, he hates it.
Yeah, no.
You know what that equates to?
Well, because
why waste your time with this? No.
Because also towards the end,
to read this one issue, like literally, there's more words than pictures in this. Like so many words.
There are a lot of words.
Chris Claremont loves loves like just write it
He
down.
did.
Loves him so
That's what I was saying,
Write it
especially
down.
at the beginning. The inner monologue stuff, you could
Oh.
cut all the inner monologue stuff out of this, and this book
Yeah.
would be a lot cleaner. Would be
It
a lot
would be
cleaner.
so much better, but it just takes like so much interim stuff, and it's like so.
I don't
No,
remember
like that.
who was Colossus doing at this time then.
Yeah, I can't remember because that was the
I
prelogue.
can't remember either. I was like, shit.
Colossus was banging somebody else.
Like what?
Here.
Oh damn.
Sarah, just hit me up on IG. Do we have my IG thing? Just hit me up in the DMs on IG.
Well,
Just-
Sarah, you can always send it to me
immediately.
too. 'Cause he sends me. A
yeah,
lot
but
of
then
fun-
you ask
really
me
fun
every
shit.
week what books I'm going to add, so I have to because I've got a couple of lists that I have to.
Well, if he
marinate.
sends me, I'll know the books then.
No,
If
but
he
Pete,
sends
there,
them to me-
Pete, hold on. There's a method to this. We cannot skip people. You're killing
All
the
right,
gimmick.
all right.
Pete.
Send them to
Killing the
Marco.
gimmick. All right, Jesus. Too many beers. You got to cut one off.
Nope. Oh shit! It's after 10 o'clock.
There you go.
I'm trying the intermittent fasting thing to kind of slim down this belly.
But no, I agree with you, Dub. I
Be
almost
careful
was
with
at
that,
crooked thumbs down because of that, because of the inner monologue and how many words he really liked to put in there for no fucking reason.
It's exhausting.
He was.
And, well, I don't know
I just don't know
what to do with this one because we got a full on down and 2 crooked. So
It's kind of a just leave it, not leave it.
yeah,
but like,
it's up to you.
it's up to you what you want to do with this thing.
All
All right,
right.
next
So I
up.
guess this was your Corbin suggestion.
Yeah. So last week I told everybody I went to Half Price Books or whatever, Second and Charles, and bought a DC thing. And Corbin's like, "You guys should review Frank Miller Ronin." And I was like,
Oh yeah.
for next week, and I was like, "Okay." And we did. My question is, when did Frank Miller ever have good art?
I like the Daredevil stuff. I like the early Sin City stuff, but then it became kind of a.
I like it. Well, yeah, I think it
Yeah,
felt
Sin
with Sin
City.
City with all that, but
got a little overdone.
every book feels like he's doing the same thing though. Like it just
My problem with Ronin is it felt too much like RoboCop 3. I don't know. It's like cyborg ninjas and stuff. I don't know. It's one for me.
well, I mean, because they transferred back into the thing, but I don't. Yeah, how is this a classic?
I don't know, but it was. But I remember my dad liked it. My dad had these.
I actually think if he just wrote the samurai story, like not the cyborg switching into their body, teleporting thing, it's a good story.
Mm.
Just write it,
Yeah.
make it like, yeah.
I got you. I mean, I just have vivid memories of like our old school fucking coffee
Hey,
table. And,
speaking
like,
of
underneath
Warren.
the coffee table, the glass bit, my dad had
is.
we had fucking Ronin. There was some Nom. You remember Marvel?
Nom,
He had
Jesus.
he had a stack of those. We had Son of the Demon and Killing Joke were all like just kind of stacked in because my dad used to read comics.
Yeah.
They were under there. And I remember trying to read some of this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll tell you the Ronin.
I remember being confused about Killing Joke. Was like, what's with the midgets over here? Like it was just like a weird bit going on, and
Yeah. I don't know.
but Ronin it wasn't. I was like, eh.
Hey, BK, here's the thing. My Bargain Comics lives in a state on the East Coast that's 14 and a half hours away. It's not like we're neighbors where we give each other books and stuff like that, buddy.
He's not. Well, Horn's not that far from me, but I don't go down that way.
Are they still making this movie?
I only see
don't
Horn
know.
at Baltimore Comic Con. That's
I
when I
see
see
They're
Baltimore.
making a last Ronin movie like Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. I don't think they're making this Frank Miller thing. I don't know.
Well, yes, they're making Last Ronin, but they're not making.
I'm
this
kind
one.
of. The only problem with it is like as book one, I'm okay. But then I know that they do the cyborg thing, and I'm not okay with it later. Like the only problem with this book is it brought back bad memories of like, where the fuck's the samurais at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where's that good part that you had in there? And then I looked at the art and was just like, oh, you all motherfuckers are making fun of his art on covers right now? Go back and look at this shit. So, hey, hold on.
No.
For
This
40
is still different. This is
Stop.
still-
No, stop. For 40 fucking years, we let him get away with this bullshit. And we were saying it's edgy.
No, this is style. This is style. The way this is laid out.
No, because
cross hatching things that
no, hold on.
lines
Because
with
when it went
everything
cyborg, dude, and he's got the phallic, like half wannabe penis in the background shadow thing,
Hmm.
it looked exactly like fucking Wolverine. All they need to do is give him two
Hey,
claws because he had all the tubes. So
there was plenty of like little mushroom toad dongs in Sin City too. It's just
quarter thumb down. Yeah, why is he so obsessed with penises? Next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him, like, what's the deal with you and penises?
I don't know. Maybe he figures he's like, well, I'm drawing all these nipples, so we'll draw some
penises.
dongs too.
Yeah, just gonna draw penises everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, here's a penis. You get a
opportunity.
penis. You get a penis. Penises all over the place. Pause. No diddy.
All right, Dub. Anything to
I
say?
didn't. I mean, I read this like years ago.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
a long
didn't
time ago.
read it again.
Dub apparently is allergic to penises in comics.
It's okay. Okay, we do not have a regular streaming section, and I did not have time to squeeze in Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man for Dub, even though Dub did watch it.
Yeah,
I was going to.
Did you
but
watch
then we started the
SNL?
show, and I didn't have time to do it. Like, I didn't have time to do it.
Did you watch the SNL thing?
But that's what I put in here
Oh.
for you because you said you watched this. So
Well, yeah, I watched it, and then of course, the internet works well. So here's the wild part: have you guys been getting targeted because whatever device you watch Netflix on? If you go on the internet, have you been targeted with these like little shorts? They're like I watched. All of a sudden, I've been watching Vikings again, and then all my YouTube like shorts are Viking clips and Game of Thrones clips, and then. On Netflix, whatever the show, because my Netflix automatically loads up to like new this week. So then it's always clips of whatever shows are new this week. So I got hit up for the last 2 weeks with SNL, this SNL thing, right? I didn't even know it came out in the movie theaters. But apparently it came out in the movie theaters and did terrible.
Yeah, a couple months ago. Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Looks like it came out in October.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, man. I mean, Lorne Michaels probably loves how he was portrayed in this. I don't know how much Belushi.
I remember talking about this in the news like last summer, and all you said was why.
I didn't have time to get to it.
I did. I was thinking why, but then I watched it.
I'm still working my way through Castlevania Nocturne. I'm like halfway through. I'm like trying to get one episode in a night, and then just trying to go to bed again.
So the problem with it is like I thought, same thing with Chico here. I thought it was just a TV show, so I thought it was gonna be like one episode I could watch. Then it turned into like an hour and a half movie. And I was like, yeah.
Well, there's this movie, and then they got the documentary too. There's a documentary over on.
Oh, really? TikTok? I might watch that then because this is what I always liked.
I think it's a new documentary they got over. I think on Peacock for like the 50th anniversary or something.
Obviously, I like Belushi, but I also really liked what's his name? The guy that used to always talk, George Carlin, and they portrayed George Carlin to be a fucking jackass in this thing.
Well,
like he's a piece of shit in this fucking movie.
Well, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't care about this then.
And then Tom Aykroyd.
My entire comedic timing is based off of Carlin and Eddie Murphy growing up. Like that's it. It's just those two.
Well, you're neither one.
I know. Well, that's what built my mentality.
Aykroyd, though, in this too, they make him like seem like some cringy fucking perv. I'm like, what? Like he's really fucking creepy in this.
Maybe he was.
I don't know.
Could have been.
Anyways,
I don't know.
All in all, it was pretty funny.
Bitch, I mean, I thought it was your life.
Yeah. But either way, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I don't take any of it serious. There's a musical number. There's a musical number in here, which is pretty fucking funny for sound check. So go ahead and watch it. And if you're easily offended, don't go ahead and watch this. Please don't go ahead and watch it if you're easily offended. So there you go. It's good. I liked it. It was enjoyable. It entertained. All right.
That's all we got for our review segment for this week then.
Good. That's it, huh? All right.
That is it. We had to keep it short. We only had a few comics.
We didn't know.
I didn't watch a lot. There wasn't a lot new that was out yet.
No, I hear you. Okay, fine. Then we have a very short. If you'd like to run it, please, Pete. Under the radar.
I could, unless Dub wants to talk about.
Dub, do you want to talk about
Spider-Man?
We can wait till you guys watch it. Let's talk about it.
All right,
together.
we could do it.
I only watched one
just
anyway.
Could you give us a thumbs up or thumbs down on it?
I mean, I definitely am looking forward to the next episode.
Okay,
nice.
Cool. Good enough.
All right, cool.
Good enough. All right, I'll run the thing.
All right, oh shit! Then I put it back down. We've only got a couple this week because we didn't know if we were gonna go super long, super short with flops on. Once again, make sure you go support him. Go down below, hit the thing. All right, first one. Here we go. Just for Dub.
Oyaboon.
Katie Pride of Warrior 1. Hogan, who actually seems not too important first off here, but it's the reason she turns into Shadowcat. He has links to Wolverine. Yeah.
Well, he's
Whatever.
punking her dad, Carmen.
He looks a lot cooler here than he does in the comic books. I'll tell you that much in the earlier ones. So,
well, yeah, this early book is he was just
Pride
in this book.
So, I mean, hey, it's a great first appearance. By the way, there's going to be a theme. People hate villain first appearances, so that's all you're getting this week. 9.8 went for a whopping $59 of this book. Raws are selling for $2 to $12. So get your 9.8s. Next up, we have, just speaking of villains.
Like that's all I'm seeing.
What is that?
I'm just
I didn't even put his name. I didn't even put his name on this one. My bad on this, folks.
It's Despero.
Yeah, for those people that don't know, it's Despero. He has plenty of funny pictures, but I think this one was one of the better ones where he's like rubbing himself, just sitting on his thing with a cape.
It just reminds me of Family Guy with the bugs. Good. I don't know.
Anyways, his mainstream, because as you know with DC, they have like 2 versions or at least of every single character. I chose not to do the second version. I only did the first version. League of... Huh?
Why is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat playing chess with Flash?
That is not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, my friend.
Fuck you. That's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That is not. Ricky didn't have 3 eyes.
Oh.
Anyways, Justice League of America. I was going to give you the 7.0 in this book because I like the grades that I always look to reference to see where pricing is, at least an affordable or where the market will turn on this, especially an investment book like this, would be the 7.0 level, the 5.0, 4.5 level.
Hey, Tricky, that was a good clue, I thought.
Wait, what? Oh, he still flops?
Yeah, I thought that was a good clue.
Yeah. That was
a good clue. Not like he used to.
Anyways, so we got a 4.5, $1,200 for Off-White. We've talked about this before, and this is what I'm going to tell you. It just depends on what the book is. You can get $200 extra if you can get Off-White. If you're cream to Off-White, it's $200 less on average for the book. So just so you know, when you're buying, you might be like, wow, that's a really low price.
Yeah, you're going to lose a couple bucks if you got a little bit of Prince's cream on there.
Make sure. No Diddy. Make sure that
Prince cream. Get on top. Shaboogie Bop.
Dub, are you going to help him out, or are you just going to cut that? I'm not going to.
It's Prince.
All right. Oh my god. Nobody wants to hear you talk about how you like Prince's cream,
Prince.
Anyways, 4.5. 7.0 is really expensive, but I think this 4.5 is still pretty good. If you want sub $1,000, you're going to be looking more towards the 2.5 and stuff like that. This book doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, probably grab it. And good luck finding Raws in this book anymore. There we go. Next up, since we're talking about bad guys, we decided to do the bad guy from Moon Knight, which fucking Pete loves so much, and that's Vermin. For those people that don't know Vermin, he first appeared in Captain America almost as a Rat King. And also, since we're talking about Naz's earlier, turned out that Baron Zemo experimented on him with some Naz tech and turned him into a rat person. That you get to see him in Captain America 272. Some of these Captain Americas are just kind of interesting because you get to see like how they sell in high grade. Very big difference. Captain America fans are like Spawn fans. They're suckers. And if you can get high grade, you can sell it for more than it's worth. High grade for this book, raw is $12. Low grade is $2 on average. I mean, this high really does get up to about $15, depending on how good the cover looks. The book is, but it's averaging about $12 for high grade, $2 for low grade.
More like Cap was doing some parkour and fucked up down in Baltimore.
Yeah, this does. This looks like Rat City in Baltimore. Exactly. It really does. That was a good one, Pete. Pete, you got it. That was a good one. All right, next up, because we had to do Silverhawks, we decided to do Silverhawks 1. Star Comics, aka
and you picked the reading is fundamental and shit too.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't notice it until after I did it. My question about this is, why is fucking Woody from Toy Stories driving the fucking plane?
Because he was one of the Silverhawks.
Woody before he became a cowboy, he was a pilot.
Yeah. Silverhawks #1, your old Starro Comics. Surprise! It's got a lot of first appearances, but we just didn't label them. Raws are averaging $20 to $15. Not great shape, but just averaging that. Where 9/8 are going for $219 still. Let's make sure we teach the kids how to read. There you go.
Because it's fundamental shit.
I think that's probably the. Oh no, we've got a late minute entry. Thank you to our friend Flops. Late minute entry. X-Men 2099 will die. They actually don't die. They go to this place called
it didn't end at issue 3.
They go to this place called the Theater of Pain, where people get off by this artistic group. That's how they profit. It's like a hooker house where they go there, and humans.
Is there any level of X-Men that doesn't have hookers in it?
Claremont.
Nope. They all got
X-Men is synonymous with hookers.
Apparently.
There's a lot of runs. There's a lot of runs that have hookers in it. Yes. But the most predominant freaky deek leaky lake of it is somebody named La Lunatica, and her skill is she could give this like erotic pain to people, I guess. By drawing for painful memories to use later on.
You can just sum it up with this.
I got some coke and hookers. Yeah, pretty much. So anyways, there you go. First appearance of both the Theater of Pain. And by the way, she turns into X-Men later. La Lunatica. I was going to show you some of the pictures. Do you believe it or not? They made action figures out of her too.
Lunatica?
Yeah, of course. Because back then,
from the fucking
dude, it's like George Lucas doing like Jar Jar Binks. Like Lee started doing stuff like, I'm going to make a character from Mexico, and I'm going to have her be this character.
What do you mean, Lee? Who was writing this?
I don't know who's writing it. But
the artist was Ron Lim.
Yeah,
of Silver Surfer fame.
Yeah, I get that, but Lee approved all. This was his game plan. These characters were all his creation. All right, next up, all of them. Raws are a whopping $1. So good luck. I suggest everybody read this series. It's not that expensive to get. There's weird covers on the first book in the series that it's a little bit more expensive. It is a fun read, and it diverts from X-Men. It's not very X-Men-ish at all, actually.
I look at this cover and I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Real World New York. It was like, hey, we got 8 strangers put together in a house, and they're gonna live together and be mutants together.
Okay, I don't know about that, but if you like Vikings and the Blood Eagle, there's a guy named Bloodhawk in this book. There you go. There's the link.
There's a shiny dude.
Yep. There is.
We got a desert rat. I guess apparently
that is not. That's actually Charles Xavier, but not Xavier. Oh. So of course you got Colossus, you got Charles Xavier, you've got the Storm, you've got the Nate. He's a combination of Wolverine and Nate Summers. And then you got like Havoc / Quicksilver type dude, and you've got I mean,
who's the long-haired grunge guy?
That's the guy over here. Yeah, this guy. That's him. He just looks different. He's got red hair here.
Even flow.
That's like the young dude that's going in there. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. We'll give you more pages to read next week. That's all we got for Under the Radar. Short show this week.
Well, it's not short. We went still 2.5 hours.
Oh, nice. Good. We're done.
That's our target show.
I have a couple of things to add. So I did a little research while we were talking. You asked about Colossus.
Who is he
before
banging?
Kitty Pryde. So a woman named Nereel from the Savage Land. He went to the Savage Land with him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
and her friend. He had a threesome
and her
with them.
friend.
That's an X-Men. That's
they
an
were
X-Men
thanking
thing.
him for saving her life. So they both took him to back and
bow chicka bow.
And then he had a kid from that. So
you don't turn down 3 ways. That's
in the Savage Land. I mean, what else?
Savage Land, right? Exactly.
Especially not in the Savage Land.
Dude, come on, man. X-Men through the 80s, probably up to the early 2000s, was all trying to get in as much perverted boys going through puberty as they possibly could. No, you don't think so? Go look at any of those Savage Land covers. Why's Rogue's boobs always big? Yeah, there you go. Her tatas are popping off of her top.
That's 90s.
This is Toy Biz 90s. Goodness, yeah.
Lunatica.
La Lunatica.
La Lunatica. Oh, thank you.
It's like Hepzibah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Go suave.
Go suave. All right, that's all we've got. I don't actually have, I just.
Yeah, we had to reorganize, replan, reset, reformat.
No, I love it too because my wife was in New York till like an hour ago, so she's home and I want to spend time with her. So I think it's a good time for us to get out of here.
Yep, it is a good plan because I have to go in the office tomorrow. I do not know if there will be a dollar bin digging tomorrow. It might come later this weekend because I do have it planned. I just don't have time to do it.
Thanks, Ryan. Ryan, I got to catch up with you too. I've been so busy lately. I haven't been able to hang out or talk to anybody. All right. Oh, nice.
Well, that's it. There is a new thumbnail because we will be doing. I'm not going to download it now. I asked Matt for it and I forgot to upload it, but I will be joining the boys tomorrow. We will be doing our Royal Rumble predictions.
Thank you to everybody who subbed up to that, man.
Weekend.
They put out a good show, so good job.
So make sure you come join Absolute Geek tomorrow, 9:00. Wrestling. We're going to give our Royal Rumble predictions. And it's gonna be fun.
It's real to me, man. Everybody else already knows what's gonna happen, but it's real to me, man.
I'm gonna try to hop on there to get some predictions as well.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I bet you I could blind predict some of this shit on there. Because
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, you don't have to blind predict. He fucking announced he's coming.
Yeah,
he announced his entrance into the Royal
Big
Rumble.
surprise. Big surprise.
It's his final year. Of course he's going to be.
Of course he's going to be there. Yeah, I know.
He's going to be at every event.
Yeah,
there's nothing blind.
Which is why nobody should expect his ass to win because there's no sense for him to show up in an elimination chamber if he wins. So he's got to lose. He's got to go to the chamber.
DQ. Illegal DQ. Illegal DQ.
So that's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. I dropped the link in the chat for for Absolute Geek channel. So stop by, check out the boys.
Yep, go sub up so you get the alert and you know when to join us.
Yeah, because Royal Rumble starts at 6 p.m.
What is that
Saturday.
Netflix?
It's early. No, Peacock.
No, it'll still be on Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pay-per-views are still on Peacock.
Yeah, I might watch it afterwards because I got to watch it at 3 times speed. I got to tell you, even the guys like The Rock's fucking his like shoot skills are terrible. Cena, I like him, but he was never in my era, but I used to think his mic skills were okay because they were corny, but they're okay. He's gotten fucking horrible. Their pauses are off. I don't know.
Yeah.
That thought 2 kids all right.
The ending of this last week's Raw when it was Cody and Punk that was good. Like that.
Somebody needs to get rid of that was
good.
That Punk
Raw was actually he's decent.
No,
Punk's main event was good. Well, we'll talk about
Punk can work the mic. He's not terrible in the ring. I mean, he's older, but he's not terrible.
Really, he does the same fucking stick. It's just slower and older every single time he's on the mic.
He can still work a match. He can still,
I disagree.
He can still put it in there.
I don't.
You don't want it every week.
Pause. No. He can work a mic. I bet he could.
Oh, Mark Henry got a pop. Mark Henry got a pop.
CM Punk going to Diddy parties. Mark Henry? Mark Henry?
Yeah. He was he was just in the audience when they were in San Antonio, I think. But the audience fucking loved him. He was like, yeah, he has one of his kids with him.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, check that out. Maybe dollar bin digging, maybe not.
Yeah, dollar bin digging will probably be on the weekend sometime.
Bro.
It'll probably be like an early in the day drop.
Hold on. I think Sarah has sent me this before too. Check out the girl that looks like Mark Henry.
Oh, that one.
Dude. Fuck, that's hilarious. This broad goes,
I look like a celebrity.
She goes, yeah. So they go, tell us what celebrity you look like. This lady goes, everybody tells me I look like Mark Henry, but I don't know why. And of course they got to do her dirty. They give her the beard while it's doing, and she looks just like Mark Henry, bro. Yeah. She looks just like Mark Henry.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, man. All right.
Friday night, boys are doing the qualified. I'm not sure what they're
after the Hot 10, they're going to do magazines. I think they'll be talking about magazines this week.
Okay.
Right after the Hot 10, which is at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
CBSI Hot 10 show 9 p.m. qualified right after. Is there SNS this week?
SNS, I think they said they'll be back. They said they were just
Oh,
taking
good.
last week off.
Okay.
Matt had some things to do, so they took last weekend off. They'll be back, but I might drop a dollar bin digging during the day
Sounds good.
if I can get it done.
All right.
And then Sunday, Star Wars show.
Yep.
We're back, baby.
Side. Yeah, Star Wars show.
We don't know, man.
hopefully-
Suspensions might be over. We'll see.
So Wayseeker might be back.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, Tom and Wayseeker.
I don't know, dude. It was a really good. We got lots of great feedback last week. I'm just saying. There's a new game. Ruben was on there.
JJ and Ruben.
There was a game called "Does Ruben Own This?" that I think was originally supposed to be cast as "Would Dom Buy This?" And it turned out people loved it. People loved it.
Yeah, that was fun. That was some funny stuff, and I watched some of that show. That was really good.
Oh,
and then there was I saw some of it live, and I watched the rest on replay. And then Monday, of course, the Wednesday watch list comes out on Monday. So to make sure you know what to buy next week and what not to buy. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Make sure you go follow Flops, support us Kickstarters. That was awesome for him to make time for us and come on the show and forego some of his sleep schedule just to be here. So that was really, really cool. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's across the pond. He's along the way. It was late night for him.
Yeah, just really cool guy.
And this also okay, so it also didn't help that he tried to get on to StreamYard and his browser would not support it.
Yeah, he's like Safari don't work to support streaming. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I didn't think of that.
Oh, so he had to get a new browser.
This was also his first foray into this online.
Oh, we popped his cherry.
Biz. So
that was awesome.
We'll see.
So you'll be seeing him around, That's probably what's gonna happen.
Good.
And with that,
thanks all for hanging out. It's great.
All right. See y'all later.